Stay Tuned Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of a drunken degenerate watching the National Football League.
Welcome, everybody, to Stay Tuned Sports. It's your good friend King. That over there is your good friend Jimbo, coming in really in one of the rare appearances in these last couple months here on Stay Tuned Sports. Hanging out with you here on Thursday Night Football. The Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys live from Ford Field in beautiful Detroit, Michigan. Just one of the lovely tourist spots in this great, great land of ours known as the United States of America. I certainly hope everybody's having a fantastic and wonderful week out there. Jimbo, how are we doing, man?
Well, just want to say it's been a nice episode. I'll see you guys later. Actually, I'll be
you
right back.
Can't tease them.
Listen, it's been so long since I set up my area here that I forgot to plug in the Ethernet cable. So give me 1 second to plug that in because we don't want no.
Yeah, I did see it got a little choppy. It did get a little choppy. I did notice that. So while Jimbo's doing that, I will sit here and say thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. As I said before, if you'd like to help us out at all, please go ahead, hit that like, hit that share, and hit that subscribe if you haven't already, as we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers and hopefully being monetized here on the lovely platform known as the YouTube. If you want to help us out a little bit more directly, you can help us out if you go to the top of the chat or in the description below this video. We have a link for our donation station where you can donate whatever you'd like, and we certainly would appreciate that. If you donate more than $110, you'll get your name in the ticker, just like Pecan there. Pecan currently the leader in the clubhouse with $110 donated. You do more, you get your name in the ticker, but again, we will appreciate any and all of donations. Also, we do have our merch store. Link is in the top of the chat and description below, same as the donation station. And we got our shirts in there. You got your hoodie and t-shirt for the Fuck the Refs. Comes pre-pixelated, so you don't have to worry about offending the PTA or whatever. We have a whole bunch of other things in there as well. Sell the team shirt for the Bengals. Jets just end the season. All that kind of stuff. Coffee mugs, banners, 8-bit helmet shirts, all of that available. bit.ly/stay tuned merch. That's bit.ly /stay tuned merch, if I can remember how to say anything, or just go to the link in the top of the chat or the description below. Are we all Ethernetted in now, Jimbo? Don't do that to me. Don't you freeze on me.
Just froze on me.
Oh, there we go. You were screwing with me. I was like,
No,
this son of a bitch, he's holding it pretty well. I was like, don't you do that to me. Don't you do that to me.
You know, it's December, so it wouldn't be December unless we had like a little Clark Griswold type moment here, because got the Ethernet cable plugged in. I looked at my taskbar here to make sure it shows that the computer's charging as we're doing this, and It's not charging. And I'm like, oh shit, look, it's plugged into the wall. I'm like, oh boy. So I start shaking the little where it connects, start shaking a little bit, and now we should be good.
Now we should be okay.
Be good.
Okay. Let's hope so. My God. It's great to see everybody in the chat. Lloyd in the chat saying I won't even read your comment. Lloyd, we weren't on the air yet. I couldn't read your comment if we're not on the air yet. He's saying that 30-minute intro suck, which is funny because I just said in the chat that surprised Crafty isn't here yelling about my intro length. ELS excited to see Jimbo there. Lloyd says also, you can't give me the blue balls like that, Jimbo. Kenneth in the chat saying, hey, my friends, how's everyone doing today? Doing good tonight. Let's get a cup of coffee, everybody. I'm way ahead of you on that one, brother. You know me. I put in here, in the intro, it's like, watching a drunk degenerate. It really is more of an over-caffeinated degenerate, if we're going to be honest with everybody. I have kind of strayed away from the alcohol and gone far more into the caffeine than maybe I would even like to admit. I mean, it's you trade one addiction for the other, Jimbo. You know what I mean? You just got to find ways to fill the holes in your life. And with me, it's with sweet, delicious coffee, which I put here's the secret. Here's the secret. What you gotta do if you have like any like cinnamon or allspice or something hanging around in your cabinets here, do a little dash of that in the coffee grounds before you start brewing it. Make sure it's nice and mixy right in there. Then you brew that, and it has all that in there. And oh my god, they have all these other coffee blends and flavored blends that you can get. Do it yourself, ladies and gentlemen. You won't regret it. You have your own little, if you get into the pumpkin spice, you can buy pumpkin spice in the stores now. You just put that a little bit in the coffee there. Bing, 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 bang. Boom. Oh, it's beautiful. That's beautiful. Alicia in the chat says, "Thank you for babysitting Jimbo for me. I needed a break." Not a problem, Alicia. That's why I'm here. That's we're just hanging out. I'm sure you needed a break from her too. Don't tell her. She can't hear this. She doesn't know what we're saying. But great to see you. Thank you so much.
I mean, she did need a break from me because, I mean, to give you a little example, she was coming up the steps last night to come to bed, and she got about halfway up, and I was like, "Lights off," and turned the lights off, and heard a thud. I thought another broken ankle or something, but she was fine.
Oh God. Hey, listen. So, like, you needed a break from Stay Tuned Sports and from me. You need that. Everybody needs a break sometimes.
Yeah.
Lloyd in the chat says, "Hey, everybody is a bit of a degenerate. Just never go full degen." You have moments, all right? You're going to have moments in this life where you do something that maybe you look back on and say, I think we had this conversation the last broadcast we did for Giants Patriots, where I think we were talking about because Lloyd said he had sent a message to one of his lady friends that he didn't mean to. He meant to send to somebody else and made it sound like it was something else that it wasn't meant to be. His friend wanted to see snow. He had never seen snow or something. So he said, "I just got out of the shower. I'll send it to you in a minute." But he sent it to his lady friend instead of the other guy. And so he was like, "Ooh." And I was like, man, I've had a couple of those that, a couple of nights hanging out at Stan's bar with you, by the way, ended up waking up the next morning, looking at the phone and being like, I didn't message these people. Oh my God, I did not message these people, and I did not message them that. I don't know what happened. Thank God I had such very understanding friends, because otherwise I would have been. The fact that I'm still alive, not in jail, and not murdered by somebody else, is kind of a small miracle. I mean, if we're going to be honest with each other. Let's see, ELS in the chat. Of course, getting ready for Thursday Night Football trivia with a good friend ELS, as he always provides to us every primetime game. He says the curveball for tonight's trivia is no NFL, no Christmas movie quotes, but we're doing the Canadian Football League. Oh, strap in, folks, eh? Don't you know we're going to be talking about the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and we're going to talk about the Rough Riders. Which Rough Riders are we talking about? You're not going to fucking know. Is it Saskatchewan? Is it Ottawa? They don't even exist anymore. Now they're called the Red Blacks. I have no idea what's going on.
I thought we were talking about DMX.
X going to give it to you. As we take a look here. Again, Cowboys. I had the Cowboys in my top 12 this week. I wonder if that's going to stay.
I want to make a little bit of a comment about the Cowboys. I'm a little worried about them. They strike me as the Eagles last year, when the Eagles finally just started clicking at the right after that bye week, and they just ran off those 10 games or whatever.
The defense is playing well, man. The defense is playing really well since the trade deadline. They've been playing well. They've got the one defensive back they have back for them now, and he's been
okay.
What is it? He's got something like 61 yards in 5 games. Where they've only thrown for 61 yards against him in 5 games worth of action. So pretty good numbers. So excited to see what happens with that. Let me pull the chat back up here. As the Detroit Lions, they're going to get the ball here, and they're going to start off on their own 36, where it got returned to. 1st and 10 coming up here for Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
It looks like St. Brown is in there.
Yes, he is. They said he is active, even though he did not practice all week. 1st down, Goff throws. That's going to be caught by St. Brown. Good for about 6 yards, 6, 7 yards, something like that. Pretty good. And he gets up. He's jumping up, looking good, looking sharp. I do hate the fact that the Lions wear the all-white pants and look like a unitard. It looks so bad. It just looks so bad. Alicia in the chat says, I didn't know Canada had a football league. We're going to see. I don't know how much longer they will because they're changing the rules after this year, by the way. I don't know if you saw that. ELS posted about it.
Yeah, I think I saw
in the
that
Discord.
one.
Yeah, they're changing the field and they're changing some of the rules to be much more NFL-ish. Oh, was that Williams there on the pressure? Either way, got the Goff. He just throws it away. It's going to be 3rd and 3 if they don't call intentional grounding.
Looked like Zero, the running back.
Undagua was the man who got the pressures. I don't know. 97.
Big boy.
97. I got my cheat sheet here, and I still don't know how to pronounce his name. So, I mean, that's just what it is. So 3rd and 3, Goff and shotgun. He's got trips out to his left. Oh, Cowboys got a tripped blitzer, couldn't get there, and Gibbs just making moves. Big yardage, big gain down to the Cowboys 37-yard line.
He's been solid all year.
Dude, he's been fantastic. I unfortunately saw him against my Giants.
Yeah, he got the Shane Bowen show fired.
So again, that should be a thank you for him. Although everybody was getting fired anyway. So I mean, let's see. 1st and 10 now from the 38. They called. I thought he got to the 37, but then again, you know how my spotting goes. Goff looks, throws over the middle. It's going to be to Gibbs again. He does a juke. And, oh, my God, they can't tackle him. Oh, my God, down to the 12-yard line. 1st down, Lions. This has been the Gibbs show here on this first drive for Detroit, as they are just, oof.
He broke that guy's ankles.
Dude, it was like a standstill move. He's like, he got it, turned around and said, I'm going to go that way. Nope. Oh. Oh, 59. You're not going to want to be in that film room after that.
That was keep your feet on the ground.
That's a bit embarrassing. And then you got, guys, wrap. You got to wrap up. Like Lombardi said, grab. Play action from Goff on 1st down. That's going to be caught by O'Willie. Dewilly? I don't know. It just sounds like I'm trying to say, oh, really?
I was going to say, yeah.
O'Weary.
O'Reilly.
Whoa.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's Dwelly, by the way. I couldn't tell if it was a D or an O on the back of his jersey. It was indeed a D. He's got a big D on the back of his jersey. Ross Dwelly with the Kess. And he did Dwelly well. God, I'm dumb. 2nd and 6. Goff hands off here to Gibbs, and that's going to be a loss of 2 yards back to the 10-yard line. 3rd and 8 coming up. ELS says the cheat sheet is not good. Find a better one. No, the cheat sheet's here. The cheat sheet's fine. I don't know how to pronounce names from Nigeria. I don't. Like, I'm kind of like Pat McAfee talking about Okirike when he got drafted, when he called him Okariki. You know what I mean? It's like I'm like on that line, man. I don't know what to tell you. 3rd and 8. Goff getting pressure, cannot get away, and is sacked. Too bad. Oh, wait, I don't have to say it. We can have the clip.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
Big sack there for Dallas, and it's going to be now 4th and 18 from the 20. And that was James Houston in on the sack. And
hopefully, Detroit kicker here could show the Giants kicker how to kick a field goal.
Well, let's see. He's been pretty good since he was with the Michigan Panthers. Kicked in the same stadium, by the way. The kick is up. And it is good, and the Detroit Lions have themselves a 3-0 lead already here on Thursday Night Football. Dak Prescott getting ready to take the field. Can he lead the Cowboys on a bit of an opening score drive here? Let's see when they come back from commercial on Thursday night. Lloyd in the chat said, "Oh, I'm sorry. This is ELS saying that the Lions are kicking field goals this time, which is good. Yes, good that they're not going for on fourth down. Maybe Dan Campbell start. Hey, Dan, relax. You saw what happened in the Eagles game. You saw what happened on Thanksgiving. Dan, I know. Nobody doubts that you got big balls, Dan. Nobody doubts it. Nobody doubts that you got big balls and you love eating kneecaps. We all understand that. We kick a fucking field goal once in a while, okay, buddy? Okay? It's okay. It's okay to take the points. You can do that. Question 1 here on Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS. The category is going to be the Grey Cup. Of course, this is all CFL related. Who won the 1917 Grey Cup? No one. The Toronto Argonauts or the British Columbia Lions? I'll say in 1917, I'm willing to say nobody because everybody was fighting in World War I. So I'll say that maybe there was a shortage of people to participate in the old Canadian Rugby Football League they had up there at the time.
I'll go with British Columbia because back then they had a really good sports team, really good hockey team, really good curling team. Like they were a really good country sports team. So I'm going British Columbia.
You have no
I
idea
was
what you're
there,
talking
so
about.
I know.
You have no idea what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. Alicia says the BC Lions. Lloyd says the BC Lions. Again, I say nobody. Jimbo says BC Lions. And the answer was indeed no one. Oh. They gave the team that won the 1970 Grey Cup. They are the team that won the Grey Cup, as there was no game due to World War I. Yes, same thing for the Stanley Cup.
I'm throwing a challenge flag here.
In 1919, by the way, here's a nice little fact for you. In 1919, there was no Stanley Cup awarded due to the Spanish influenza. There was a series between the Montreal Canadiens and the Seattle Metropolitans. Seattle had won the Stanley Cup in 1917, the first American team to do so. But in 1919, and trying to win it again, there was Spanish influenza outbreak, obviously after World War I, and a couple of hockey players died, I believe, on Montreal's end, and their coach as well. So they canceled the series, and the Stanley Cup never went awarded for 1919, and was the only time it wasn't awarded until players and owners got greedy, and the lockout killed the 2005 season. So Dallas Cowboys, they take the kickoff out to about the 32-yard line, and that is where Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys will start, as Dallas is wearing their dark blue uniform tops, as Detroit's doing the old superstitious thing again, which a lot of teams seem to have stopped doing, but I'm glad to see there's somebody still keeping it alive. Like, hey, yeah, make Dallas wear the dark blues. And also, if you notice, the Cowboys, when they wear their dark blue tops, they also wear their regular, very gray-toned silver pants. When they wear the white tops, their pants are more of that green-blue silver. The Cowboys' color schemes are weird. And I know you guys are, oh, King's talking about teams' colors again. Dude, the Cowboys' color scheme and is weird. They're very weird. They don't match in any way, shape, or form, but it is what it is.
It's America's team.
Well, they're keeping America's paint business in business there, because they're fucking all over the place. 2nd and 6. Prescott rolls out to his right. He's going to throw. Caught! That's going to be Pickens with the catch, who's having a monster year. He's going to get paid in this offseason.
Someone's knocked out. Concussion. Some Detroit guy looked like he's concussed.
Oh, no. Did he have defensive position up? They don't like to see. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I see it now.
Stay down, buddy. Stay down.
Yeah, no. He's on all fours and wobbly on all fours. That's not great.
He's doing the 2 a.m. Saturday morning sit-up.
Thomas Harper, the injured Lion, on the field. Let's see what happens here. Oh, took the hip bone right to the side of the helmet. Yeah. That'll do it.
Pickens took a little bit.
And Anzalone kind of punched Pickens in the back of the fucking neck. So. Burn!
Yeah, Jesus.
What's with the rabbit punch, Anzalone? What, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus, don't let him get up by himself.
Yeah, no, But that just goes to show you, especially when you get hit on the side of the head, that's where you're going to get a lot of that concussion shit, which is why Christian Ellis needs to be removed from the league by any means necessary.
Legal hit. Perfectly legal hit.
Any of the players are out there watching this right now, and I know you are.
That makes sense now.
What's that?
Well, so I know you didn't watch Hard Knocks, and I'm not going to ruin the whole episode, but there was a clip of Jackson Dart during practice talking to the offensive coordinator and your tight end too, and he didn't believe that the ocean was on the other side.
Yeah. Well, again, you're talking about he's from Utah and then spent his college in Mississippi.
I don't care.
Like,
you went to college, you should know where Philadelphia is. He thought Philadelphia was up near Canada.
What was it? What is it? All the college players say, we didn't come here to play school. We came here to play football. I got to know what routes to run. I don't got to know what the geography is. I don't need to know the geolocationolography. That's why I got a GPS in my phone. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys from the 47-yard line. Dak is going to throw out of the backfield, and Javonte Williams is going to be stopped for a big loss. He was trying to get away there, but the Lions did what the Cowboys did not do to Gibbs on the last drive, and that was wrap him the fuck up. I'm trying to curse less. I'm trying to curse less.
I've noticed that. I'm very proud of you.
I'm trying to do better. I'd like to say it's because my nephew watches, and I don't want to offend Dad or do anything like that, but I'm probably doing it more so that we can hopefully get recommended more and get monetized more.
Yeah.
Dak on 2nd and 15 after the 5-yard loss. Over the middle, Ferguson caught. Touchdown. First down, I mean. Jesus Christ. I need more coffee.
All flustered.
I need more coffee. That's the only problem right there. Lloyd, don't.
Stay tuned sports coffee.
Lloyd, don't engage. I know where you're going with that, Lloyd. Oh, Dak Prescott rainbow shot down the field, almost intercepted, incomplete. Detroit looking for an OPI. Did not get that one. 2nd and 10 coming up from the Detroit 40-yard line here for Dallas. Yes, because we were talking about Jackson Dart's lack of geography knowledge. And then ELS in the chat said, "What's a map?" And then Lloyd asked, "Are you asking what a map is?" We're not going down. I know we're not going down that road. We're not going down that road because I know what it is. I know what it is, and we're not doing that. We are not doing that. Oh God. Just some things are better left unexplained. 3rd down coming up here for the Cowboys. 3rd and 9 after only a 1-yard gain. As we see a
lot of angry ones.
A lot of very excited fans in the Detroit stands there. 3rd and 9. Ferguson in motion, but looks kind of confused. Dak in shotgun takes the snap.
Oh.
He's got good protection. Throws over the middle. Oh, no. That's going to be dropped. Pickens had a chance. Good defense by the Lions. 4th and 9 from the 39. Well within range for Brandon Aubrey. Will the Cowboys attempt a field goal? Will they? They're indoors. I would feel like this is prime Brandon Aubrey here. Oh, boy. That could have been picked by... It could have been caught, or that could have been picked by 2 different people. Instead, it ends up incomplete. That's kind of incredible. So Brandon Aubrey does come on. This is going to be a 57-yard attempt, a chip shot for Brandon. That is up, and that is good. And the Cowboys tie the game up here in the first quarter. 8:07 remaining, and Detroit's going to get the ball back here. 3-3 Cowboys and Lions here on Thursday Night Football. You're hanging out with your boy King and your boy Jimbo. Look at that. Jimbo with a surprise appearance here on Thursday Night Football, here on Stay Tuned Sports. And I see Carissa Thompson, so I'm sorry, I got distracted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So with that field goal there, too, how about last week's, I forget which game it was, extra point that was no good, but the refs called it good.
Dude, I lost my mind watching that. I was like, how in the world are you? I think that was Texans-Colts. I want to say that was Texans-Colts. Yeah. And he kicked it, and I'm like, wow, he missed it. No good. How do you miss that? And then I see the refs say good, and I was like, In what world? Oh, you have to understand it's perspective and the parallax of the upright next to the. No, stop. Stop it.
Yeah.
We're there. We see it. It's positioned right where it is. That if it passes over the inside of it didn't pass over the inside of the edge. It was on the outside. If that,
And that was the thing. Like part of it was over the top of the post, but it has to be in between the post, completely in between the post. It wasn't even close.
yeah, it wasn't close. It wasn't close. Like I know if it passes over the upright, as long as it's inside of the outside edge,
Yeah.
then it's good. But that thing was over the outside edge. Like it really was. By the way, question 2 here on Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS. By the way, go visit ELS's channel. Give him some love. Give him some likes. Give him some subscribes over at ELS Train Tuber 501. It's a channel for trains. All these fucking trains, diesel trains, chugging along. He tells you stories about them, tells you as they're going by. Who doesn't love big, hulking diesel train? You hear that whine, that diesel
those
whine?
kinds of trains.
Love them. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. He's going to drop a train on you. You know he does that. He has that power. He has that power. But go check him out. Plus, he's got cool little stories and shorts there about his indoor football love of the Green Bay Blizzard, some collegiate hockey there from northern Wisconsin and western Michigan, and the Oopers. The Yoopers, eh? They got some good hockey up there in the Yooper. But he can help you out there. ELS Train Tuber 501. Check him out and give him some likes and subscribes over on his channel. By the way, question 2. Again, what was the CFL originally called? Was it originally called the Canadian Football League or the Canadian Rugby Confederation? It was indeed the Canadian Rugby Confederation. Oh, Detroit, big return. And then Brandon Aubrey just says, fuck you. Sit down. Oh, my God. Pat McAfee somewhere with a big chubby after watching that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Brandon Aubrey just with the shrug tackle. Unbelievable. So great return for Detroit. They get it all the way up to their own 47-yard line, but still Brandon Aubrey just with the sit down. I'm enough. You're not running back on me, motherfucker. That's what he said. That was great.
I'm going to go with the Rugby Confederation. I got my answer in before he posted it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Okay.
But because I had said that before, the problem was I said that in the first question. I mentioned the fact that it was like the Canadian Rugby Football Union or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah, it was Canadian Football Confederation, Rugby Confederation. I think it was the 50. I think it wasn't until the 1950s that they actually changed to the CFL. They called themselves the Canadian Football League. 2-yard gain on first down here for the Detroit Lions. 2nd and 8 coming up here. 7:30 and counting in the first quarter. Goff under center. That's going to be a play action. He's going to get pressure. Tries to throw. They're going to say fumble. The refs are saying fumble. They're saying fumble and Cowboys ball. Let's, as Warner Wolf used to say here in the New York area, let's go to the videotape.
Let the refs begin.
That's a fucking
pass.
throw. What are we talking about?
Jesus Christ.
That's not even close to like the tuck rule shit that they put in.
That's the only thing I... Okay,
all right, yeah, they did. All right, 3rd and 8. I was going to say, what are we doing? What are we doing? 3rd and 8 coming up here. .7:23 remaining. Goff in shotgun. Takes the snap. Stands back in the pocket. He's going to throw. Amon-Ra St. Brown fell. Bland had a chance to really pick that off, but goes through his hands. Incomplete. 4th and 8. It's a 3 and out for the Detroit Lions. After an amazing return, they get only 2 yards on that drive, and the Cowboys are going to get the ball back. Unbelievable. That's you can't get a return to midfield and then get 2 yards. You got to return to your 47-yard line, and you didn't cross the 50 on your drive? That's crazy. Kick is away here for the Detroit Lions. And Cowboys are going to fair catch.
That should be a flag.
That's got to be a flag. And we're going to get our first flag because he did. That's going to be an illegal fair catch signal. Yeah, you can't catch it and then move like you're moving. Yeah. And he even knew it because he kind of moved and then stopped and then moved and then stopped.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean, they got to call it that.
What do they
'cause
say in here?
If he didn't fair catch it, then where do you spot the ball?
Right. What are we saying? Well, let's see what the official says here.
There were 2 fouls on the play, both by the receiving team. Invalid fair catch signal number 9. This penalty is declined because it will be enforced from the spot of the foul. During the kick, holding number 25, this penalty is half the distance to the goal from the end of the kick. It's first down.
Okay. So illegal fair catch, that's declined because it would just be a spot foul, so they'd have it right where it was anyway. But there was holding on the return too. So that brings it from 1 flag to 2 flags. We're already up to 2 flags now on 1 play. But that's going to be half the distance to the goal. And now the Cowboys are going to have the ball all the way back on, it appears like, the 4-yard line. So 1st and 10, Dak under center. Cowboys deep in their own end. That's going to be a handoff. And a gain of 2 yards to the 6 there for Javonte Williams. 96 yards to glory. Can the Cowboys get it done? We're going to find out here. .6:45 and counting here in the first quarter. Cowboys 3, Lions 3, 2nd and 8. Dak with a little bit more room is going to go into shotgun here. Got Pickens to his left. Looks like he's got Lamb out to his right. He's going to throw. That's going to be caught by Pickens. Escapes the tackle. He's going to get out to about the 11. I don't know why Robertson's pointing towards the 9.
He looked like he was kind of close to having a knee
He's
down.
going to try to say his knee was down. I
don't
on
think
first
so.
glance, I didn't think it was, so. All right, ELS, I'll check that out. I'll see what I can do. 3rd down and 5 coming up here for the Cowboys. Dak wearing his Walter Payton Man of the Year patch as he is the Cowboys. Oh, no!
Was that safety?
I think he was hit while he was outside, so it's going to be like at the 1.
But
And they're saying safety. We're going to see.
Because it's where the ball is.
It's got to be completely over, just like a touchdown.
Okay.
So if he had any forward progress over that line, they're going to, let's see. No, they're going to call that back because he's leaning outside. That's the forward progress. He's hit into the end zone. I think they're going to call that back.
Yeah, because the side judge came in from the back.
He came in from the backside and
ball.
said the other one coming from the side that he could see the ball didn't say anything.
Yeah.
They're going to review that. I think that's going to get overturned. That's going to be Cowboys 4th and 14 from the 1-inch yard line.
Guess Dak should have said what he said before the game.
Oh, we're going to light them up just like we did last time I was here, or the first time, whatever it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, the Detroit cheerleaders in the background now. Hi, cuties. How are you? King, you know they can't hear you. I know they can't hear me. I don't care. I'm theater of the mind. I'm putting on a show. The Prestige.
Now, I don't know if you heard that, but the rules analysis says this play should stand because the ball broke the plane.
But which way? The forward progress. The forward progress has to be further out. Like, that's what I mean. I don't understand. Like, that, to me, I always heard that it was the forward progress. Let's see what the official says here.
When the quarterback was contacted by the defender, the entire football was out of the end zone.
Okay.
Therefore, it is not a safety.
Called it. What did I tell you?
Yeah.
Never doubt King unless I'm wrong. Then doubt me all the time. But when I'm not wrong,
I was right too.
60% of the time, I'm right every time. So there we go. See, that's why I didn't put this.
That's crossing the plane right there.
No, because he brought it
That's a
back out.
safety.
No, it is not. Stop. You just wanted to be a safety because you hate Dallas. Understandable. You're an Eagles fan. I'm a Giants
Oh,
fan.
don't
Neither one of us like
get me
them.
wrong. I want this game to be a tie. I think that'd be the most beneficial thing for the Eagles because we can't do shit to begin with, but it'll help us.
I was gonna say I was asking before like how your Thanksgiving was and how everything went. I know how your Black Friday went, so I don't even have to ask about that. That one guy with the weird side beard and patch with the constant like he became kind of he's the poster figure now for the entire Eagles fan base. By the way, I hope you're happy. That's what you get now. That's what you get. So the kick is away. And Detroit's going to get the ball back now. Now to the 50, to the 45, down to the 42 of the Dallas Cowboys. And so Lions are starting their third drive inside Cowboys territories. The Cowboys narrowly escaped a safety and a 5-3 deficit here. Hutchinson, that is minutely close. But here's the thing, NFL, and I know nobody from the NFL is watching us. They should. We're good here. Whether it's us or whether it's just me, no matter what it is, Stay Tuned Sports is where it's at. You know what I'm saying?
They're entertaining.
Not just entertaining, but educational and informative. I mean, it's just what we do here. NFL, if you would please take a cue from our good friends over at the ACC in college football, if you will, and our good friends who used to be the XFL and the USFL. Now they are the UFO, same thing. Give us transparency during the review process. Give us the mics of the referee talking to the command center. Give us the people in the command center. Give us the reasoning. Give us them talking it over. What are they seeing? What are the rules experts in the room seeing? Because, the TV stations, they can have the rules experts there telling us all one thing, and then we hear another. Like you said, you just heard on Amazon Prime, the rules expert said, boy, if we're going by the rules, this is a safety. And then the referee comes out and says, nope, not a safety. So, and again, I know, I don't know why the NFL won't do this. Maybe it's because Roger Goodell, is a lawyer. So it's kind of like, a lawyer's mentality is like, you got to keep things, you don't want everybody to see, whatever.
Yeah. But
having that transparency with like how the ACC does it now, and God bless them for doing that, by the way, and as has been done with the XFL and UFL since they started back up, like we got to like. That's got to come along with this. Like at some point you're going to have to bite the bullet and say, okay, because especially in this day and age with the gambling and everything else that's going on, if you're going to be in bed with DraftKings and FanDuel and Bet365 and all these other motherfuckers, if you're going to do that, you got to have the transparency. You have to have that to where we know that there's no trickery or fuckeration going on, that we understand, even if it's flawed logic on their part, at least we can follow along with it and hear what they're saying and what they're thinking as to why they say or do a call. See, right there, the ball was completely over and then hit back. So that is true. Now is McCauley trying to change what he's saying? That son of a bitch. By the way,
it still sounds like he's sticking to what he originally said.
Well, I think it was fully out there, but
that's why he's retired.
Nobody. I don't think people liked McCauley.
No, I didn't.
They liked Blandino. They didn't like McCauley. Gibbs, he's going to get a gain of about 4 yards on first down. 2nd and 6 upcoming. By the way, question 3 here on Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS. Which team did Warren Moon play for in the CFL? The British Columbia Lions, the Edmonton Eskimos, or the Toronto Argonauts? He played for the Eskimos. I
thought it was Toronto.
I'm fairly sure it was the Edmonton Eskimos.
Okay. I'm going Toronto, though.
I'm saying I'm going to go the old Edmonton Eskimos. Or Elks, as they're called now, but I'll always call them the Eskimos, kind of like the Redskins. That's going to be thrown and caught. And that's going to be a first down for the Detroit Lions. Anthony Fursker, tight end with the catch there. Number 86. Picking it up. See, cheat sheet. The cheat sheet still works, all right? That's good.
There you go.
Good to have, because otherwise I would have known who. I just would have said 86 caught it. I don't fucking know. By the way, ELS says the answer is indeed the Edmonton Eskimos.
Told you.
Oh, they went to Skinner, and that's going to be incomplete. But we got a flag down. Is this going to be a legal formation, a legal procedure, a legal something or other? What are we doing? What are we doing? Somebody move early?
Too many people moving.
Oh,
Got 70 moving, and then the wide receiver
yeah, because
moving.
he was in motion. Yeah, you can't be in motion. You can't have two people in motion. In Canada, you can. In Canada, you can have forward motion. Yeah, they let you do
like
that
full
as long
speed,
as
like arena football.
as long as you don't cross over the as long as you don't cross the line of scrimmage before the ball snap, you can get a running start. Yeah,
Huh.
Pretty neat. So, 1st and 15 after the flag. Goff's going to throw out of the backfield here to Gibbs, and he's going to get, depending on the spot, about 2 yards. Looking at where the official was going there, so about 2 yards. 2nd and 13 from the Cowboys' 34-yard line. Coming up here for the Lions, 3:49 and counting remaining here in the first quarter. Jahmyr Gibbs only behind Bijan Robinson for scrimmage yards since the start of the 2023 season. It's funny that, Atlanta, if you just ran. Oh, boy, pass over the middle. Amon-Ra St. Brown to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, down to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, Detroit Lions. And Lloyd is happy because his Detroit Lions are moving the ball against this Dallas Cowboys defensive squad.
Ankle definitely looks fine.
I was going to say that, or, hey, the Toradol is doing its fucking work. I'm sorry. I'm trying to curse less. I know. By the way, ELS giving us some facts here. Warren Moon played for the Eskimos in the CFL, where he had a dominant 6-season run from 1978 to 1983. Going to be end around here. Jumps over the pylon for Williams. Touchdown, Detroit Lions.
No, they're going to say he stepped out at 1.
No way. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I thought he dove in.
I thought he dove over the pylon. Let's take a look. And we got to say, did he? Yep.
Oh, yeah.
He's out.
Good call.
That's out right at the 1-2. So actually, fairly good spot by the official. Usually I like talking shit on the official, but not this time. 2nd goal from the 1.
Tush push.
I was going to say that's every Eagles fan thing. Oh, and Gibbs makes it looks easy.
Wow.
Looks easy.
Yeah.
There we go.
Looks
easy. Touchdown. Lloyd in the chat says, touchdown now. And it is indeed a touchdown now for the Detroit Lions as they take a 9-3 lead over the Dallas Cowboys, pending the extra point from old Master Bates himself, Jake Bates, coming on to the field here. And so the workhorse, he gets the payoff. He's been a lot of the Lions' offense tonight so far. Has Jahmyr Gibbs. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. And the Detroit Lions have themselves a 10-3 lead here towards the closing moments of the first quarter. 2:14 remaining here in the first quarter. Lions 10, Cowboys just 3. Can the Cowboys get on the board here and get back into this game. They listen. They recently came back from being down 21-0, so I'm pretty
let's
sure
not talk about that.
being down only 7 is not too much of a task for this Dallas Cowboys team. By the way, Jimbo, like the Cowboys game, you know, you have those. Those things kind of happen. Rivalry game, divisional game, however you want to say it, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Letting the Bears go into your house and just double team run. You got Eiffel Towered in your own house by Monungai and Swift. They both ran it right down the Eagles' throats with Jalen Carter in the lineup, with that supposedly great run defense and great defense that the Eagles are to have. The Bears controlled that game on the ground, and that's really how they won. Like, again, the game was almost never in doubt from the Chicago end, but that's because they controlled so much of the clock, so much of the possession, and really did a great job of keeping the Eagles' offense off the field. As an Eagles fan, which one was more concerning to you from just like either a devastation standpoint or a, oh boy, we're in trouble standpoint? Was it the Cowboys collapse, or was it kind of being dominated by the Bears from the jump on a Black Friday game?
I think the reason why the Bears dominated us in the run game and somewhat in the passing game too, the fact that our offense can't stay on the field all season long. I think it's starting to catch up to this defense, because the defense has played well the past few weeks. The defense is what kept us in these games, but the offense just, for whatever reason, can't click. And it's weird because there are some drives that, boom, it just clicks, and then they go back out for the next drive, and it's back to square one. It's like, is Jalen calling the plays when it's working, or is that when Patel's calling them? Like, they got to figure this out. And, you know, like I seen with the college season being over for Stanford about bringing Frank Wright back. Me and you both said, no matter who you bring in now, even if you switch to Sirianni as the play caller, it's too late in the season.
Well, that and I heard people talking about people who have better knowledge of things of this than I do, that the quarterback's coach, who would most likely be the person to take over if they did fire Kevin Patullo, is not a great alternative to what you already have. So, you know, would you throw one person out to then just be mad at another person? You know, I mean, how many houses can you throw eggs at? You know what I mean? First and 10 for the typical Eagle fans, as always. Cowboys, Williams there with the run. He's going to get about 6 yards on that from the 30-yard line. It's going to get up to about the 36. 2nd and 4 upcoming for Dallas as this first quarter is winding down. As we see here, playoff probabilities. If the Cowboys win, they'll have a 39% chance of getting the playoffs. The Lions, they'd have a 55% chance of winning. If the Lions lose this game, they'll have a 19% chance of making the playoffs. For the Cowboys, it would go all the way down to only 9% chance. So desperate times for both of these teams. 2nd and 3 was a 7-yard run, pardon me. They gave him an extra yard there. Still, it's going to be about a 1-yard run there on 2nd down, so it's going to be 3rd and a deuce coming up here for the Cowboys. Have to get to the 40-yard line for a first down. See Kelvin Shepard with his Denny's menu.
I haven't had Denny's in a long time.
Dude, I had Denny's last weekend. Oh, my God. Yeah. I've missed Moon over Miami so much. So good. Dak with the fake pitch. Looks, throws over the middle. It's going to be caught. Is that Turpin? Nope, Flournoy. Sorry. Flournoy with the catch. First down for the Cowboys. And they're going to have to run another play here, as the play clock is just about 10 seconds behind the game clock. I will get to the question. I will get there. Hold on. There's football happening.
I see Lloyd still pushy.
He's an impatient fellow, which I get. I understand. I'm an impatient fellow as well. About a gain of 2 yards there for the Cowboys on first down, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter, with the Detroit Lions having a 10-3 lead over the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas is going to be facing a second and about 8 or 7, I guess, depending on the spot, when we come back here for the second quarter from Ford Field on Thursday Night Football. By the way, the question was miscellaneous. This is all related to the CFL. How many picks are there in the CFL draft? Are there 71? Are there 2 billion or 4? Like what the fuck? Like, what are we doing? Like, come on.
71.
Come on. Yeah, I'm going to go with the 71. It just seems to make most sense, yes. Like, what? Like, I don't understand. What are we doing here? First of all, if there was 2 billion picks in the CFL draft.
Wait, are we talking about the draft, or are we talking about interceptions? Because he just says picks. Oh, there's CFL. I didn't follow the whole sentence all the way to the end.
See, that's reading is fundamental.
Yeah,
yes. I miss Riff Day in school, man. You get a couple of free books out of the deal. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing with the CFL too, though, is that you can make picks, but you don't get a pick because you can just get the rights for somebody.
Yeah.
Like, you know how the Argonauts have the rights for Shedeur Sanders and Shiloh Sanders and whoever. But also, as a Canadian Football League team, you only can have a certain amount of American players on your team. You have to have, over half of your team has to be Canadian. You know, because they hate foreigners up there.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Although I don't know if you kind of see the. Never mind. I'm not getting into it. Not getting into it. This is not that kind of show. But Canada is a very weird, somewhat hypocritical kind of place when you look at it. When you actually stop to think and look about it, a lot of weird shit up there, and a pretty bad healthcare system too. ELS is like, listen, this Jeopardy maker makes this question so easy. ELS, this is where you got to use your intellect. It's where you got to use your own judgment. And either you can change those answers to make it seem a little bit more within the realm of possibility, or you can just choose a different question altogether. You know, you have the power to edit. I give you that power. I bestow it upon you. Estamelo Patre et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. You now have been blessed to change the questions as you see fit, as long as they make fucking sense. Because you've done that before too. He goes and he copies and pastes, but it's somebody who wrote it down in the Jeopardy thing or whatever, wrote it in such an asinine way that it makes no sense. And then ELS is like, oh, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. And it's like, yeah, you don't have to just copy and paste. You can copy it, look at it, and say, boy, this doesn't make any sense. And then use your power of intellect, which you have plenty of, ELS. You're a very smart kid. And I say kid because I think you're like 12. I have no idea how old you are. You're too young to be watching us. You have that ability. Go ahead. Do that. That's fine. 2nd and 7. It was a 3-yard gain, by the way, for the Cowboys. 2nd and 7 to start off the second quarter. Dak in shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to throw it again to Flournoy, and that's going to be a gain of 2 yards. So 3rd and 5 upcoming for the Cowboys and Dak. By the way, there's another miscellaneous question here from ELS. Question number 5 on Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS. Which CFL quarterback has won the most Grey Cups with one team? Was it Warren Moon with the Eskimos? Was it Abe Elovitz? Or was it Justin Trudeau? Jesus Christ.
I'm going with Justin Trudeau.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
He seems like a very good player.
Throw on 3rd and 6 to CeeDee Lamb, and he gets away from the tackle and gets another 10, 15 yards. Jesus. As he cooks up something and gets ready to serve it. I don't know what that particular celebration was. I would guess either Moon or old Abe Elovitz, whatever.
Why not Justin?
I'll go. I'm going to go Abe. I'll go Abe.
I'll go with Warren.
Warren, I mean, because what? He won 5 with the Eskimos. Oh, there's Turpin on a bit of an end around.
Nice takedown.
He's going to get 4 yards. second down coming up here for the Cowboys. 2nd and 6, as he did gain 4 yards. Down to the I almost said Red Wings. I'm like, I'm mixing up my sports. It is Detroit. At least it is Detroit.
Yeah.
Down to the Lions, 33-yard line. I feel bad. My Devils were off to a hot start, man, and now we're struggling. We're struggling. I don't like seeing that.
It was a good game last Saturday.
A lot of. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. 2nd and 6. It's going to be a handoff to Williams, and Williams is going to get 1, 2. They might call it 3 yards. They might call it 3 yards, which would be 3rd and 3, and they do. They call it 3rd and 3 from the Detroit 30-yard line. And it was Warren Moon, son of a bitch. I went with Abe Elowitz because I was like, I don't know the name, and that seems like it would be an obscure question. But it was. Warren Moon won 5 with the Edmonton Eskimos in the first 6 years that he played for them. In the 6 years that he played. So there, he was just a winning machine. He was the Tom Brady of Canada. Or you could say Tom Brady was the Warren Moon of America.
There you go.
And tough running there from the Cowboys, and that's going to be a first down. Running behind his blocks and lines was Javonte Williams. Good pulling guard action. Then he pulls up, gets right behind his guard, kind of punches him in the back with his helmet, which is fine. Oh, Dak had a
little bad snap.
Good catch on a snap, though. Signature Sports in the chat. Great. Signature Esports, I suppose.
Hey.
Or Signature Esports. I don't know. It's great to see you in here. Thank you so much for joining us in the chat, joining the community. How you doing? It's great to have you here. We are, of course, Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King. That right over there is your good friend Jimbo. He
actually broadcasts the races that I raced with sometimes.
Oh, okay.
The league that I'm in.
Right,
Top
right.
Shop Racing.
I used to make some of the logos and stuff for that. And then nobody liked it. And then they stopped using my logo, so I felt very upset.
No. That's the old league.
There's another one. Oh,
yeah, that one
okay.
folded. Yeah, that one folded. This is a new one.
ELS in the chat says, "Hey, Penn State has finally hired a head coach. The coach is your mom."
What do they get?
Really?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Really? What are we pulling? We pulling out things from what is that? Screen Crush? We pulling jokes out of Screen Crush here. ELS, come on.
I did see today a meme that the Blue Mountain State University was losing their coach, and the Penn State was going to hire him.
Dude, they're in a problem. 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Cowboys, by the way. And they're going to get a Dak Prescott quarterback sneak, not a tush push, an actual legitimate quarterback sneak for a first down. Eagles are still the only ones that do that terrible, awful play.
Bills run it more than us.
No,
But Penn State, they're pretty much down to they are. They have more rushing touchdowns with the tush push than Philly does.
No, they don't.
Then ESPN
They don't do the tush
them,
push. It's not the tush push. There's nobody pushing Josh Allen from behind. Throw incomplete on 1st and 10 going to the end zone for Flournoy. Was Dak Prescott.
You're just upset your kicker don't know how to kick a football.
He knows how to kick a earth, though. That's a sweet
What
earth, you
happened?
might say. Round.
So, why is he the kicker? What happened to Gano?
He keeps on ripping his fucking groin. I don't know.
Okay.
He's just he gets down too dirt. He gets down like when Gano. You gotta know what's up to get down with Gano. And throw incomplete out of the backfield. Looking for Javonte Williams, incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Cowboys. They are on the Detroit Lions 15-yard line. Is this drive about to stall in the red zone for the Cowboys? Oh no! Oh no! If you're a
Nice
Cowboys
long
fan,
drive.
it is very good. 7 minutes and 10 seconds taken up so far. 55 yards on 14 plays for the Cowboys. Detroit holding up those big number 3 signs, which they just love to do. Empty backfield for Dak, who is in shotgun, takes the snap. He's getting the pressure,
boy.
and he's immediately sacked back at the 25-yard line, and Dak looks to be a little slow getting up.
I was gonna say.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
Oof, right on the knee. Yeah, but that's going to hurt.
Yeah.
Whenever you get hit, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. But yes, Signature Esports, great to have you here. Thank you so much. If you like anything that you watch here, and I don't know why you would, but if you do, please hit that like button, hit that share button, let people know that we exist. That's fantastic. And wow, did Brandon Aubrey just sneak that in through the upright as the Cowboys get 3 points closer. 10-6 is now the score here on Thursday Night Football. But yes, Signature Esports, go ahead if you want to like, hit that share button, and if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button as we're on the road to 1,000 and hopefully being monetized here on the great and lovely platform known as YouTube, owned by Google, and of course Google owned by Alphabet. So the corporate overlords. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. I know some people like to say they want to stay true to themselves. They want to stay true to the streets. I'm from the streets. I ain't ever going to sell out. I'm no sellout. I'm not selling out to these corporate pigs out here. Are you kidding me? I'd never sell out to these corporate scum. To the corporate scum out there. If you're looking for somebody to sell out for a significant chunk of money, I'm your guy. I just want to let you know that. I want to let you know that I am easily bought, very easily bought by just having some money. Honestly, it doesn't even have to be that much to you. It's like a pittance. It would probably be petty cash to what a corporation like you would have. It's like it really wouldn't be anything. It would be like what you would have lying around. Would easily buy me out like 10 times. I just want to let you know that. So to all the corporate overlords out there, all the ones who are sleazy and terrible corporate pigs, I am your sweet and delicious capitalist piggy. And I will come eat at the trough if all you have to do is ask. All you have to do is ask, and yeah, that's all. That's all I wanted to say is I will 1,000%. I've already went back to selling out for W, and they don't give me any money. So you know what I mean? If I'm selling out for people who won't give me money, imagine what I'll do if you do give me money. Fucking nuts! Like you don't know the deal you can strike here, man. Good stuff. I'm telling you. Question number 6, by the way, here from ELS on Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS. How many teams are in the CFL currently? 10, 15, 9, 12, or 21?
I like Crafty's answer.
Crafty, let me see where Crafty is. Oh, Crafty says incomplete to Portney. I bet he has.
Next
okay. I'm trying to see here. Oh, ELS. Whatever is in between, who cares, and fuck it. That was like the one I had after the Dodgers won the World Series. I started off all 3 Sunday streams that day with just the national anthem with a "Thank you Dodgers, fuck you Canada" banner.
Oh yeah,
that was the countdown.
Oh okay.
For coming into the show, it was just "Thank you Dodgers, fuck you Canada."
That should be a flag.
Listen, if they didn't flag Ellis for trying to murder Oshevsky, then you're not going to get that on a kicker.
Ellis didn't shove his head into the ground after he tackled him.
No, he just tried to decapitate him in live action.
Are we playing flag football or are we playing football?
No, are you trying to murder people or are you playing a game? Let's figure it out.
You're asking the person who advocates for the Buddy Ryan rule.
Oh, I swear to Christ, dude. I swear to God. Although, like I said, after that play, I was like, call me a hypocrite or whatever, but I was like, this is the one time where I'm like, we got a Buddy Ryan Christian Ellis. Somebody out there's got a Buddy Ryan him. Take one for the team. Take the 15 yards. Take the game suspension, whatever it's going to be. But do a flying tackle right into that motherfucker's knees and end his career. Jared Goff on 1st and 10 throws into the ground towards the general direction of Amon-Ra St. Brown. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. By the way, the answer is 9, ELS. That's going to be my guess is 9 teams. Because they're still uneven and they can't get that. They're just dying to get that Atlantic football team going somewhere in Halifax or St. John or somewhere out there, but they can't do it.
I'll go with 15.
So there's 9. I'm telling you, there's only 9. You got the Montreal Alouettes, you got the Ottawa Red Blacks, you got the Toronto Argonauts, you got the Hamilton Tiger Cats, you got the Saskatchewan Rough Riders, you got the Edmonton Eskimos, you got the Calgary Stampeders, you got the BC Lions, and we got a flag here. And it's going to be a false start on the Lions. That's going to be 4 flags. And I only said 8.
See?
Who am I missing? Answer is 9 teams. Look at that.
Told you.
I swear to Christ, Jimbo.
I will say this about Jackson Dart, though. Like, he keeps playing how he plays, and Cam Scatterboot keeps playing how he plays. You guys got a 4-year window.
Winnipeg Blue Bombers. That was the one I forgot. I forgot about the Blue Bombers. How do you forget about the Winnipeg Blue? Beautiful uniforms. Love them. Thrown to Swift out of the backfield on 2nd and 15, and he's going to get 13 yards. 3rd and 2 coming up here. As Gibbs continues to put on a show these last few games here for the Detroit Lions.
He's got to start being in the offensive player of the year conversation, if he's not already.
Who?
Gibbs.
Offensive player? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
By the way, Shady in the chat says, let's go Detroit Lions. So we got a couple Lions fans in the chat with us tonight. Throw down the seam, incomplete. Jamison Williams was looking for a flag, does not get it, and it's going to be 4th and 2. Uh-oh. Dan Campbell gets upset.
Boys,
This is where we get angry. Dan Campbell going for a 4th down, deep in his own end when he shouldn't do it. Ooh, that was offsides.
That
was encroachment.
It looked like
it might have been
pass
on
interference,
It
too.
might have been on Detroit. It might have been on Dallas, who got drawn offside. Either way, no flag thrown there, and then no flag on what Detroit wanted to be pass interference. And Dan Campbell's had sense. Oh, my dear sweet Lord. He's actually going to punt the ball. He's going to punt the ball on 4th and 2.
Let's wait till they punt it.
From his own 37. That's true, too. And the kick is away. Dan Campbell,
Wow.
I'm proud of you. You're showing maturity. You're growing up. I'm proud of you, Dan Campbell. Good job. That's going to be fair caught at around the 21-yard line for the Cowboys, and that is where they will take over. Wow, Dan Campbell showing actual restraint. And some of the fans are confused. We didn't go for it. What's going on?
There was like 3 guys offside.
I'm surprised that I'm surprised that wasn't blown up from the start. Whether you want to call encroachment or offensive offsides or whatever, there's a lot there. Crafty really. Oh, by the way, in case everybody wants to know, and again, I don't know why this keeps on happening, but they keep on going over that. We had a ghost in there, by the way, again, because I had top chat instead of live chat. Okay. Make sure you have live chat in there, because apparently Irish has been in there talking to us the whole time, and I haven't seen him. Hi, Irish. How are you? It's great to see you,
I have
buddy.
live chat on the phone here, and I don't have Irish.
You have live chat, or do you have top chat?
No, it says live chat, and then
Up
top
in the top
messages
on the top left of the chat there.
Yeah, it says live chat.
And if you click it, does it give you options for live chat or top chat?
No.
Then you're looking at the wrong thing, I think. Let me see what it looks like on your phone.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I just clicked. Well, I clicked all messages.
Yeah,
I have top messages and all messages.
Yeah,
okay.
No, that's why. I don't know why YouTube has all of a sudden gone to that as the default. But it happened last week where I think it was ELS or somebody was talking to Irish. And I was like, I don't see him. And nobody else could see him either. It's like, are you talking to a ghost? Like, what's going on? And that's when we figured out, it says top chat and left chat. Like, why would YouTube automatically want to keep messages away from me? Eat shit, man. What are you doing? I want to see the people talking to me. Where's my boy? Where's my boy Irish? So we got Irish in here finally. We got Irish back in the chat here. Great to see you, Irish. Thank you so much for joining us. Question 7 coming up here on Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS. Who has won the most Grey Cups? And this feels like it's going to be fairly easy to figure out. I think you got like 1 or 2. I think it's either going to be Toronto or like Winnipeg. I think they're like the 2 oldest ones, to tell you the truth.
I'll go with Toronto.
I'll say the Argonauts just because it seems like, although they're kind of like the Giants of Canadian football. Like they're in the biggest city, but they're not always the best. Dak on 1st and 10 throws deep down the field. Got
Wow.
CD and shoestring tackle saves an even larger gain possibility there for the Cowboys. So the Cowboys go all the way from their own 21-yard line and get a huge reception on 1st down. It's going to be 1st and 10 from inside Lions territory. Seems like down almost nearer to where they got them listed at. The Detroit 42 is where they have them. Lloyd says the BC Lions. That is going to be his guess. And it is instead the Toronto Argonauts. We've got pressure. How is that not holding?
That's a fumble.
That's a backwards
That's so
pass.
backwards.
They're going to say incomplete pass.
Wow.
Ferguson jumped on it anyway. He could have got up and run, and he was trying to, but the referees apparently whistled the play dead and said incomplete pass. I thought that was a lateral.
Wow.
That looks like a lateral. Yeah, even they put the blue line out there. That looks like a lateral. And if it's lateral, then it's a live ball. Anything that's lateral or behind is a live ball. So now they are saying it was a lateral, and they're moving them back. But you blew the whistle for incomplete pass. And Ferguson was getting up to move, and he wasn't touched down yet, so he could get. I don't think it's going to work on here because I have the stats thing in the way, unfortunately. But it'll kind of be it's kind of here. I'll move the stats thing here for a second. There you go. Fuck the ref shirt's available right now. Here, 2nd and 26 after that play.
And you know what? The first quarter, I thought the refs were fairly decent, fairly good.
BIT.
The safety was a toss-up.
I don't know, man.
These
I don't
past
know.
2 drives.
bit.ly/stay tuned merch. Get your Fuck the Refs hoodie or T-shirts available. Comes pre-pixelated there. Especially I don't know what's going on with there, but there you go. You can go and get that. And let me get the stats back up here. Where the hell's my stats? Oh, yeah, they are. Okay. So now it's 3rd and 21 from the Cowboys' 47-yard line. They got to get to the Detroit 32 for a 1st down. Dak runs into his own offensive lineman. He gets it to Ferguson. He's going to get it to the 50, and he fumbles! And that's going to be Detroit ball. Wow, that entire drive just came apart after the CD Lamb catch. And Detroit gets the ball. Unbelievable.
Nice punch.
Yep, that's as clean a fumble as you'll see. And Detroit is able to jump right on top of it, and Dak is, hold it this way. You are supposed to hold it this way. Why are you holding it that way? If you hold it this way, you're one enough fucked up. All right, Dak, relax, man. Relax. Crafty in the chat says, I was in the Rhino stream last week with Top Chat enabled for a time, and I couldn't see Irish there either. I don't know. For some reason, YouTube chat hates Irish, and I don't know why. We got a flag here on 1st and 10 for the Lions. Going to be holding on old Dan Skipper. Skipper! That's going to put us up to 5 flags for the game so far.
Don't make it obvious or anything. I'm just going to yank you down by your arm.
A little bit, yeah. And you kind of turn a man all the way sideways. So 1st and 20 now. Yeah, Ferguson, I don't think it was the gloves, man. Poor Ferguson's on the sidelines like, maybe if I just tighten the gloves a little bit. I don't think it was the gloves, man. I don't think it was the gloves. And, oh, boy, we've got a false start on the Lions. I always did find it funny, that false start in the NFL is like you're hitting a speed bag. Like it's a fucking dance move.
Yeah.
You're starting too fast. Oh, you're starting too fast. Oh yeah, we're gonna dance because you're starting too fast. Oh, can we relax with that, man? Kind of weird. Kind of weird. So on 1st and 25, that's going to be a gain of 8. It's going to be 2nd and 17 coming up from the Detroit Lions 40-yard line. Did you ever see the Al, did you know that hurdling was a penalty in the NFL back in the day?
I could see that.
Goff throws over the middle. Caught!
Wow.
By Jamison Williams, and that's going to be all the way
Nice
down to about the
catch.
35-yard line of the Cowboys. Big throw, big catch, big first down for the Detroit Lions. The hilarious thing was, I was watching a clip of it. Somebody posted it because it was kind of funny. It was a game, it was an Eagles game in the 70s, like early 70s, with Harold Carmichael for the Eagles, and he ran and he hurdled over somebody. And the referees throw a flag, and it come out. You know what the signal was for hurdling?
No.
We'll do this in a second. 1st and 10, Goff, deep throw down towards the end zone, incomplete. Overthrows everybody. Every time there's an overthrow, I'm going to call it a boverthrow now, as everybody seems to want to imitate Bo Nix there from the Lions. They had to do a skip. It was like a little hop skip, and that was a call.
Like
it's
Easter Bunny.
Yeah, it's like hurdling. Whoop. Number 17, offense, 10-yard penalty, replay of the down. It's like, no wonder the referee stopped calling it. They didn't want to do that goofy-ass fucking hop skip. Like, what are we doing? Handoff here to Montgomery. Why did you give it to him
He's
more?
gone.
He breaks away. 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit Lions. That's why, dude, they don't give the ball to Montgomery enough. They really don't. I've been saying that for a while now.
Yeah. And they really should, because they'll keep Gibbs fresh.
It
too,
keeps
for as
Gibbs a little bit
long.
fresher, right? And you get a little bit more of that power. And look at this. He gets to the line, starts getting through. They try to do an arm tackle. Then he tries to get around the waist, and he's like, "Oh, I got you. No, the fuck you don't." And then he is gone skis. Adios skis. See you later skis. And now Bates on to kick the extra point. Snap. Hold. Kick is up and it's good.
Oh, boy.
17-6. The Lions with an 11-point lead on the Dallas Cowboys here on Thursday Night Football. Kenneth in the chat says the Jags versus Colts will be a good game on Sunday. I don't disagree with that one at all. Lots at stake there in the AFC South. ELS letting us know they've killed the Bahamas Bowl. What kind of world do we live in where we don't have the Bahamas Bowl? My God. We used to be a proper country.
I just want to know who's playing in the Pop-Tart bowl and what flavor we're going to toast.
Yeah, we got to have more. Like, listen, the Pop-Tart, like the Pop-Tart mascots should be part of the national championship. With sponsorship deal or not, like, I don't care. Like, the Pop-Tarts need to be part of the national championship. They got to be part of the CFP. They have to be. That's the bottom line. Crafty in the chat says the YouTube chat must be British. Because it doesn't like Irish. I see what you're saying. Crafty wondering if Dallas's 15 minutes are already up. We're going to see. Again, they were down 21-0 to the Eagles and ended up coming back all in the second half. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. But they've been in worse predicaments. Can they pull it off again against the Lions team that's been a bit dodgy? Let's be honest with that. The Lions have been a bit dodgy. What else do we have here in the chat? Okay, let's see. Question 8 here from ELS. Boy, that ice machine is fucking working. ELS, I forgot how much I forgot how much I could hear with the headphones on. Question 8 here on Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS. Who won the first Grey Cup? Who won the first ever Grey Cup? the Dominion of Canada Rugby Challenge Cup, whatever the fuck they call it now. That's.
I'll go with British Columbia.
I will say the Montreal Amateur Athletic Association. Same thing. Same people that won the first Stanley Cup. I'll say they won the first Grey Cup because there was kind of just a sports organization. So I will say the Montreal AAA, the Montreal Amateur Athletic Association, because I want to. That's what it feels like. ELS says I'm going to go with the Hamilton Tiger Cats, but at that point, during the first Grey Cup, I think there were still two separate teams. They're called the Tiger Cats because two teams merged. One was I think the Wildcats, and one was the Tigers, and they merged together and became that. And the answer was indeed the University of Toronto Varsity Blues. Yep. Oh, we got a big return from Trevor. Ooh, wow. No concussion there. Oh, there might be one on the lines, but there's a flag down on a return.
Yeah.
As there always is now. Holding on Dallas, so move it back. Great return for them, but doesn't matter because it's coming back. And by the way, the University of Toronto Varsity Blues still around today because the University of Toronto still exists. So, but yeah, good call with that. I forgot that they had the colleges and shit play for that stuff back in the day as well. So that just is what it is. I don't know. I know a lot about stuff. I know, like, if Stanley Cup, you talk to me about that stuff. Grey Cup, I'm a little bit more wonky on. Javonte Williams out of the backfield gets it up to the 25-yard line after the penalty was first and 10 from the 20. He's going to get about a 5-yard gain for Dallas. 4:07 and counting remaining here in the second quarter. Dallas down 11 points, looking to get back into this game before halftime. Dallas will receive the second half kickoff. So if they can get some points here before the end of the half, they will find themselves in a pretty decent spot still in this game. But they got to get down the field. They're only on their own 25 right now. 2nd and 5. Dak under center. He's going to take the snap. He steps back. He looks. He throws. It's going to be caught by CeeDee Lamb, and he's going to get to the 40, to the 45, down to the 46. He was trying to point out some blocks. Didn't quite get the blocks he was looking for, but still big gain for the Cowboys. 1st and 10.
These corners are having a hard time tackling Lamb and Pickens, it seems like.
By the way, did you know in the 50s and 60s that the NFL and CFL used to play preseason games?
Really?
Yes, and they used to have the Giants used to play an annual series with the Toronto Argonauts, and when they played up in Canada, they would play under CFL rules, and when they played in New York, they would play under NFL rules against them. And back and forth, but they stopped at I think sometime in the 60s, which is a sin. They should bring that back, especially now that CFL is shrinking the field down to almost NFL size now. They got rid of it's not 110 yards now. It's going to be just a 100-yard field. I think it's still a little wider. They cut the end zones down from 20 yards down to 15 yards. You know what I mean? Like they're changing a lot of the rules there. So I think we should bring that back. Dak's going to throw deep ball. He's got Pickens down there. He's being held all day. Yeah, come on. You can't do that. Come on. I saw that coming from here. You can't do that.
Last drive, they were doing that to Williams for Detroit, and they didn't call it.
I didn't see it as that blatantly, I guess. Maybe that's just me. And again, I'm a Giants fan. I'm no Cowboys fan. I'm not rooting for the Cowboys here. I'm just saying. Pass interference. Oh, they're going to say illegal contact? How's that illegal contact? Oh,
on both?
They're calling it on both and say offsetting. Wow.
Because going all the way down the field was a lot of hand checking.
Oh, the Cowboys are getting fucked by the refs today.
Okay. It was hands
illegal
to the face
use of hands, hands to the face. Oh, no.
Okay.
Just wow.
That makes more sense.
Wow. So Ferguson has a fumble and illegal use of hands, hands to the face. That would have given Cowboys 1st and goal from the 3. Instead, they have to replay the down. 2:25 remaining in the second quarter. 2nd and 7 from the 49. Man in motion. Handoff to Williams, and he's going to get 4 yards. 3rd and 3. Wow. What an opportunity missed. What an opportunity missed for the Cowboys.
Wow, yeah.
ELS wants to let you know, Jimbo, by the way, that for the Pop-Tarts Bowl this year, there's going to be 6 Pop-Tarts separated between 2 teams. So you're going to have 2 teams of Pop-Tarts, 3 aside.
I did see the 6, but I didn't see what the flavors were. But I see he posted that.
Oh, here we go. It's going to be Team Swirls, which is going to be chocolate chip cookie dough, who's the team captain, Frosted Wildberry, that's my jam right there, and Frosted Hot Fudge Sundae. That's going to be Team Swirls.
Team Swirls.
Crafty in the chat, by the way, says Jerry's late on his Venmo. Lloyd in the chat says the Diabetes Bowl. Diabetes. Listen, Pop-Tarts are great if you eat one, and you did as a diabetic. I haven't had Pop-Tarts in fucking years, obviously. God, I could go for one, though. As long as you eat one. You got to be able to eat one and have that be that. The problem is, God, you could eat the whole fucking box.
Yeah.
You could eat the whole. Those things are great.
Especially the hot fudge sundae.
No, see, I don't like the chocolate ones.
No,
I don't like the chocolate. Give me the fruits. I like the cherries and the strawberries. The apple one. Oh, the apple. Well, you know how I am about apple.
Yeah,
That's apple
probably the only
one's
apple one I don't like.
Really good. I love all that. And it's Team Sprinkles, by the way. It's Team Swirls and Team Sprinkles. And the Sprinkles, by the way, is Protein Slam and Strawberry, which sounds... Come here, I want to slam that strawberry. Give you some of my protein. Yeah, like that. That sounds... Yeah. I don't know. There's got to be a better name for that. They're frosted cookies and cream and frosted cherry. Yeah, give me the
so
frosted.
Many comments.
I was gonna say, you're getting protein slamming that strawberry and creaming that cookie. Ooh, Lloyd says I don't like the cherry Pop-Tarts. Well, Lloyd, did you ever stop to think that maybe the cherry Pop-Tarts, they don't like you? That could be. You gotta ruminate on that sometimes. And as ourselves, we have to recognize that about ourselves and maybe better ourselves so that the Pop-Tarts out there that maybe we don't like, maybe they like us a little bit more. Kenneth in the chat says the Sugar Bowl. I think there is. I was going to say, yeah, there's a Sugar Bowl. There used to be a Garden State Bowl at the Meadowlands back in the 70s.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they got rid of that. 3rd and 4 here for Dallas out of the 2-minute warning thrown. Caught! That's going to be Turpin with the catch. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. They keep the drive moving. They have all 3 timeouts, as do the Leons. They are now inside Detroit territory on the Detroit 48-yard line. No, that is not the 48-yard, the 43-yard line. Okay, I was getting bad information here from my cheat sheet. Don't you do that to me, cheat sheet. 1st and 10. Dak looks, throws down the sidelines. Little too far out of bounds there for CeeDee Lamb. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. 1:25 remaining here in the second quarter. Kenneth says, give me the s'mores bowl, dude. I'll tell you, if I wasn't diabetic, I would die on s'mores. It's a graham cracker, perfect. You get the marshmallows, you get the chocolate, and then especially you put a little sprinkle of cinnamon on it. A little dash, a little bit of magic fairy dust like that. Oh! So good. Throws over the middle. That's going to be caught by Pickens. Very close to a 1st down. Oh, but we've got a flag. Oh, and it's going to be against the Cowboys. They're going to say pass interference on Pickens? Is this what we're talking about here? Boy, the Cowboys are getting Boy, the hose ain't loyal. Oh, personal foul. Face mask.
Yeah,
If you're not the ball carrier, you can't do it.
what the?
Schottenheimer,
Right.
listen, you can't you can't do it. Like you could, if you're the ball carrier, you can stiff arm and get it right in someone's face. You can do that. He didn't have the ball yet. You can't stiff arm if you don't have the ball. You can't get stiff if you don't got the balls. 2nd and 25 after the penalty, all the way back on their own 42-yard line. Dak's going to throw over the middle, caught by CeeDee Lamb. He gets it back to the 48-yard line. And that's going to be back to 3rd and 10. It could be about a 15-yard gain.
Schottenheimer looks like a cartoon character, but like live action. His face.
Only a 10-yard gain. 3rd and 15, by the way. 3rd and 15 from the Detroit 48-yard line. And Detroit's going to use their first timeout. They're going to see if they can preserve some time to get points of their own if they happen to stop the Cowboys here. So that is the first timeout of the half for the Trois Lions. By the way, ELS says that question 9 is indeed up. So let me see if I can. I see I missed it. See, question 9 here on Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS. What CFL division has the most teams? Is it the West or is it the East? I believe it's the East because I think they moved Winnipeg over there. So I think it's the East.
I'll go with the East.
I think you got Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto. It might be the West. It actually might be the West. Winnipeg, because I think they have Winnipeg in the East too, and then Hamilton would be 5. So I'll go with East because it's either one has 5, one has 4. So I'll go East. I'll say East because I think they have Winnipeg over there in the East because Manitoba feels more East. Then was Saskatchewan, Calgary, Edmonton, and obviously BC all the way on the west. Oh, I guess not. I guess Winnipeg is in the west because the answer is the West Division is number 1. By the way, 4th and 4 coming up here for the Cowboys. They got it all the way down to the 37. But Brandon Aubrey's going to come on to kick it with 55 seconds remaining. This is what I get for doing trivia questions. I missed the fucking play. Thanks a lot, ELS.
Detroit took a timeout.
They took their second timeout. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
They're, again, trying to preserve some time there so they can see if they can get some points on the board. Would this be time for Dallas to do a fake field goal? Would this be a Dallas thing to do? I guess not, because Brandon Aubrey's going to kick that thing to the goddamn moon. Holy shit. As Dallas goes from a 6 to a 9. Nice. As they are now down 8. But don't you? No. I said 6-9. I said 6 and 9, like 69. A proper thing. Not like these dumbass fucking kids out there. I see them doing this shit. The only thing I can think of is bobble the ball out of bounds incomplete. That's all. That's all I see. You know why?
I think of Major League. No marbles.
Marbles. No, that's got to be a little lower. It's got to be a little lower. You got no marbles.
And now he's the Allstate commercial guy.
Jobu is. Yeah,
Jobu, yeah.
Serrano. Yeah. Jobu was the doll. Jobu was the voodoo doll. He was the voodoo god there. Yeah, Serrano. Serrano was his name. He was also the president in 24, by the way. So give that man some credit. I never watched 24 either. The girl I used to like in college watched it all the time. But even when I was trying to cozy up and get some nookie with her, I still couldn't be asked.
Was that the NASCAR girl?
No. This was the girl from college. She was a big Devils fan. She was very cool. She was very nice. I liked her a lot. And apparently apparently there were signals there that I completely missed. Not a shock. I've done a lot of that. But yeah, no. Well, she also had a real weird thing for the older guys.
Oh.
Yeah, like when I knew her, she was like 21, 22 years old, and she was dating a 46-year-old. So. Ended up dating a 46-year-old. Like I said. And now she's my age, and I believe I saw her with somebody who's roughly 68 years old.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like I don't know. Feels like there's some daddy issues there. By the way, 2nd and 6 coming up here for Detroit as I'm talking about my people I knew in the past.
The Bill Belichick cartoon I put in Discord?
I did. No? Boy, they did Bill really good in that one, boy. They made him look all buff and square jawed. It's like, that is not Bill. I don't know what they're doing in that one. 2nd and 6. Goff throws over the middle. It's going to be caught. And Swift gets it down to the... Oh, he fumbles the ball. And they're going to call him down. Clock is ticking. Detroit has one timeout there at the 48-yard line. Goff steps back, looks, throws. That's going to be caught by Amon-Ra St. Brown, and he steps out of bounds right at the first down marker. Don't know if they're going to give that to him or not. ELS tells the lady who I knew from back in the day to go to hell. Wow.
He escalated it quick.
ELS, I still like her. She's still a very nice person. She's a lovely person. She's still a very good friend. Like, fucking relax, man. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You don't want to give my friend a chance.
She likes older men? Burn in hell, you dumb bitch. ELS, we're learning a lot about you, my friend.
Train for you.
Throw her in front of the train. The train shall be the judge.
Here's 100-year-old train. Oh, God.
Your guilt or your innocence shall be judged by the train. The train knows all.
That just sounds bad now.
3rd and 1 coming up here for the Lions. 13 seconds left. And is Dallas taking a timeout? Yes, Dallas has taken their first timeout. Lloyd in the chat says, ELS is violent and dark. I told you about it when he said that plane shit. Now, there was something about the roller coaster. Yeah, there was something about a roller coaster. There was something about ELS for the bright and jolly figure that he does present.
Yeah,
there is a darkness in that young man. There is a darkness in there. I think we've all been able to recognize that now. We've gotten to know ELS enough over these last almost 2 years now, which is kind of incredible to think about. Goff throw. Oh, that's a flag and a half. And there it is. Yeah, come on. That's as obvious as you're ever going to see. And now 10 seconds left. We're up to 11 flags thrown in this game. By the way, it's flags, not penalties. You know how we do. That is going to be pass interference on the Cowboys.
Just to show you, the refs have upticked the flags. At the end of the first quarter, I looked down. We had 3 flags at the end of the first quarter.
I feel bad. ELS. I live in the middle of fucking nowhere. So I don't see a lot of people. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. We might have a gain situation here. We might have a... Oh, we're going to walk into his house and here's my lampshade. It's made of people. Oh, he's going for Tesla in the end zone. Incomplete. 4 seconds left. Lions have the ball on the 29-yard line of Dallas. It looks like they will settle for a field goal from Master Bates here. Lloyd says ELS needs to stay away from the Final Destination. Why? Because it's going to give him ideas of what to do. Like, I would say keep him away from Saw. Like let's
Saw definitely.
Keep ELS away from Saw. Just Also, maybe go to a bar. Just have some kind of social interaction with people. Might be great. Dallas is going to take their second time out here. Staying all alone by yourself. Not great. Not great. Not great.
I mean, so there's some days I don't blame them. You know, people piss you off.
Oh, absolutely. No, listen. I think it's been fair. I think it's been fairly obvious that I have a bit of a dark side. Shocking, I know. When I was calling for people to do a flying headbutt into Christian Ellis's knees, maybe got a bit of a dark side, you know? Snap, hold, kick is up, and Bate is just going to get that through. And it is back to an 11-point lead, 20-9. The Detroit Lions lead at the half. Cowboys get the second half kickoff to see if they can get back into this game. But right now, it is Detroit taking advantage of Dallas Cowboy mistakes, taking advantage of Dallas Cowboy penalties, which have been a big part of this as well. The Cowboys having penalty mistakes that have shot them in the foot or have given the Lions advantages here. Can the Cowboys clean up the penalties in the second half? Can they clean up the offense in the second half? And can they get back into this game? We're going to find out coming up in the second half. I'm excited for this one, Jimbo. Thursday Night Football. It's great to have you back on here, even if it is just for a little respite. It's always still fun. It's fun. Like I was mentioning this the other day because I don't know if anybody's kind of noticed the Wednesday podcast part of this, the main show that we used to do. Boy, that hasn't been done.
Yeah.
And that's because I can only yammer to myself so much before I start kind of feeling like ELS that I'm starting to lose my mind. Like I'm starting to go crazy. Like I'm much better, and I think as anybody is, at talking with somebody else, bouncing off of somebody, getting ideas and talking points and bouncing off somebody else. So, I think we've done well with adjusting to how we've had to adjust. And I think doing the countdown at night on Tuesday night at 8, I think has helped a lot. Like, considering the fact that used to get 7 views, 4 views, 10 views, and now it's getting 60 views, 70 views, that blows my mind. Like, it's like, oh, shit, we're making progress. So that's good. The other thing, too, is, I realized that for this offseason, I'm doing a lot of hockey. We're watching hockey, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to tell you that. I gotta keep the live stream schedule going and keep things going and talk about stuff like that. But gotta always put something out.
You got the Olympics next year, right?
Because I think so we'll have the hockey if they build the fucking rink in Italy. If they build the rink apparently the rink is not built yet. Yeah, no, it's a problem. It's a problem. So ELS. I guess that's funny, dude. You can get a soda. You don't have to drink booze if you're at a bar. You can go have a soda. I've done that before. Ask for a Shirley Temple. You've had the 7-Up Shirley Temple, which, by the way, very good. Very good. I wish I could find it. I only had a sip of it because it was the full sugar version, so I couldn't actually, drink it and enjoy it.
Coffee.
Like I would like. Yeah, I do. I got coffee still. I got to go get coffee. I'm going to take a moment in a second to go grab the coffee.
Well, that don't help ELS right now.
No, because he's in the chat screaming, "Hockey! Violent!" If you're in the chat right now and seeing ELS, you know that what I'm saying is not an overreaction. He literally just wrote in there, in all caps, with many an exclamation point, "Hockey!" And then right underneath that, "Violent!" He's turning into a Mad Max character before our eyes.
I just read that. And first thing that popped in my head was Will Ferrell from Old School with the hockey stick, just hitting the clubber. It's like, yeah, come on, and God, jeez.
We got to keep our composure. We can't panic out there. Kenneth says maybe do some more NASCAR. You might bring. Listen, Kenneth, come here. Can I call you Kenny? Mind if I call you Kenneth? Ken, come here. Let's rap for a second here. Let's just talk for a second here. Maybe one day if Jimbo decides to come back more on a full-time basis or something like that, maybe that's something that'll happen. Maybe it's something to happen. I don't know. I would rather. Now, please take in mind that I'm not trying to be insulting in any way, shape, or form here.
Yeah.
I would rather watch Mitch McConnell fuck Nancy Pelosi for 24 straight hours than watch NASCAR.
I don't know.
That is how much I would rather not watch NASCAR. Just to put that out there. That is the level of not watching NASCAR that I am. So,
we have potential of a mid-freeze.
A what?
A mid-freeze, Mitch McConnell.
A mid-freeze?
Yeah, like you haven't seen the past 2 years.
Oh,
He's
yeah, but he'll snap out of it. I mean,
What are we
Nancy
doing here?
Pelosi will turn
Oh,
around real
okay.
quick and slap him in the face with those fucking giant saggy knockers of hers. Lord in chat says ELS is the guy in anger management with the head sharks. Prove me wrong. Crafty says hockey, aka free tooth extraction league. Yeah, that's pretty good. Boy, yeah, it's been getting good too. It's been getting good. Crafty says ELS is becoming the Lord Humongous. Yeah, I was going to mention that too. Oh, you want this war? I will bring you war. I will bring you pain. Signature Esports says, let's go NASCAR. Of course you're going to say, let's go NASCAR. You're a NASCAR guy. And then he says, oh. He doesn't quite like my view on the sport of kings. Listen, like I said, it's not that I haven't given NASCAR a try. I've told this story many times on here. Way back in the day, it's like 25 years ago almost, 25, 24, 23, somewhere around there. Trying to bang a girl. Super into NASCAR. Tried to really get into NASCAR. Hey, Tony Stewart, smoke. I really like him. I'll watch NASCAR. I really like that. Boy, once the attempt of the the girl kind of shut that down, said that you're a real good friend, kind of that thing. You're a real great friend. You can come over and watch NASCAR with me, but that's all we're gonna do. Like you're not revving my engine, as it were. Boy, it was really hard to then try to find any reason to find NASCAR entertaining or exciting, and it really. It's not my cup of tea. And I don't listen. Different strokes for different. I love hockey. I know there's people out there that say hockey's not a real sport, including this jerk. Oh, by the way, when I first met him, called hockey maybe the gayest sport he ever saw. And then, what do you know? He has season tickets to the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. I'm just saying. Okay?
And I did say the last Friday when we went, me and my son went to see the Phantoms Penguins. I looked at him. I said, "This is the stupidest sport." Granted, we were losing 3-0, and that may have been the reason why.
That could have been the reason why. Yeah, no, I get that. That's fine. But I listen. Okay, you want to talk about boring sports? I love curling, and that is not a joke. That's not me being facetious. Jimbo knows. No. I joined a curling league in Wilkes-Barre when I lived up there to go curling. I learned how to curl. I was on a curling team. I was in a curling league. I watch curling every chance I get when it's on during the winter. And again, we got the Olympics coming up, so big time for curling. Excited for curling. So I understand. Like, I'm not sitting here trying to super judge anybody or anything like the NASCAR. You like NASCAR? I know, again, Jimbo loves NASCAR. He loves racing. He does the e-racing. A lot of people in the chat love NASCAR, love racing, everything like that. That's fine. I am not judging. I'm not saying that. I'm sure there's people watching this saying, boy, they would rather watch Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi fuck than watch curling. Understandable. I completely understand it, and I get it. But just understand that that's my level for NASCAR. Is like you guys trying to watch curling is me trying to watch NASCAR. It's just, oh boy, I can't watch it. It's just that bad. What's crazy? Gase, what he ever saw, he must not have seen curl.
I like curling too. I think the one time we watched at my dad's bar, that's when I got kind of hooked to it.
I tell you what, it's a fun game to play. Once you play it too, it's fun. Like, you realize what it is and how much dude, the sweeping is fucking Jesus Christ. If you're not in shape, curling will get your fat ass into shape. That is for sure. I'm trying to see what I'm trying to see what Lloyd was referencing in particular here, and I don't see it. So I'm just gonna move along and pretend like none of it happened. That's what I'm gonna do. And Lloyd gets upset when I do that. Lloyd wants me to read every single one of his comments.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't make sense, he wants me to read every one of his comments.
He just.
And I got to tell you, Lloyd, I don't do that with anybody. Maybe ELS because he does the trivia comments, but even then I skip a lot of ELS's comments. You know.
Lloyd was just bringing up about the anger management comment. That ELS is the guy from.
Oh yeah,
anger
from
management.
yeah. But then again, yeah, ELS is young. He's not going to know that. He's not going to know that.
Yeah.
Kenneth in the chat says hockey's a fun game to watch too. Yeah, it is. That's why I love it. Let's go Devils, as you can see. And we better. Okay. For any more, I will leave you to the comedic stylings of Jimbo as he does whatever he's going to do while I get up and get another cup of coffee because I got to be caffeinated for this second half of Thursday Night Football, where the Detroit Lions currently lead the Dallas Cowboys 20-9. We're going to find out soon if the Cowboys can come back into. Oh, let me move over the possession arrow to them. Oh, I got to fix the timeouts too. Okay, hold on. Before I go get my coffee,
Go get your coffee.
No, because I've done it before. I go to get the coffee and I come back and then the game's already started, and then I'm trying to do everything while the game's already started. It's like, oh my God, I got to do this. So I got to, it's better to do it now. Get it done now. There we go. And there we go. 3 timeouts back in the. Now we'll go get the coffee.
Yeah, speaking of the coffee here, I just ran out of my Stay Tuned Sports coffee, which you could find in the team store there. It's really good. I think it was like Wednesday I ran out of it, so I had to drink the wife's coffee. I think she has Folgers. Not the same. So if you guys want to check that out, head over to there. But I am hoping to be making more of a regular appearance, in the coming weeks. Things are happening behind the scenes for me, so hopefully I'll be back a little bit more than just here and there. But it's good to be back with you guys. You guys still making me laugh here, especially ELS and Crafty. All the regulars have been here, since me and King started the show here on YouTube. Kenneth, college football championships last year. So I'm not sure if you know, but me and King are huge Notre Dame fans. Last year when we made the playoffs there, we called I believe it was every game that we were in, all the way up to national championship game. I know over the past few months, me and King have talked about, so that might be something that we may look into. And what, 2 weeks? I think the playoff starts. Not this weekend because this weekend is the championship games, and then next weekend would be the playoff starts. They got to figure out something though with this playoff. And I posted a video of John Gruden talking about how he would fix the playoff bracket rankings, whatever you want to call it. And he made a good point. It's not fair to these championship teams that play now. Whereas, and as a Notre Dame fan, Notre Dame, some of these other teams that are pretty much in the playoffs, but don't have to play a championship game this weekend, so they get a free bye. Yes, it helps Notre Dame to get healthy and stuff like that, but I think, especially with the Notre Dame Miami debate going on, I think within the next 5 years, you're going to see like a play-in game for like the 12th spot. But we knew this was going to happen. Like whether you had 4 teams, 8 teams, 12 teams, you're always going to have this debate of who should be in. Much like these refs, we don't know what's the most important thing. Is the strength of schedule, is that the most important thing? Head to head, is that the most important thing? It's still a little bit of a mess, but hopefully they figure it out over these next year or two. Hopefully it don't take longer than that. So it looks like we're starting to come back here. Teams are lining up to kick off the third quarter here. Prescott and Goff stats pretty equal, give or take 20 yards, passing between each of them. Barry Sanders is on the screen there. Looks like he could still run for about 150. I still say he got more screwed than Calvin Johnson. All those terrible teams that Barry Sanders played on and couldn't do anything with that talent. So here's the kickoff. Dallas receives the ball. He's up to the 25-30. I don't have a cheat sheet like King, so I'm not sure who took that kickoff there. It was Turpin. As we hear King coming back here. So we got first down and 10 at the 30-yard line. Prescott in shotgun formation here. Coming up to the line, making some adjustments. Looks like Turpin in motion. Prescott drops back. A little slant. Intercepted.
Oh, boy,
Detroit
that is
30,
terrible.
25-20. Prescott pushes him out of bounds.
At about the 11, 10-yard line. Oh, no. Yeah. And that might be all she wrote. Oh, no. Of the ways you wanted to start the second half, if you're the Dallas Cowboys, that is not the way you wanted to do that.
And that was Pickens, who's been playing really good, this whole game.
Oh, right. Oh,
wow.
That's a tip drill. It's a shame that's going to go down as a Dak Prescott interception, but
they need to change that.
I know there needs to be either tipped interception or receiver caused interception or things like that,
Yeah.
Yes, ELS, I sent you that clip. That was the Green Bay Gambler game. The reason I sent it to you was because it was the Green Bay Gambler goalie. So 1st and 10 for the Lions. They're going to mark him. I guess they stepped out at the 14 is where they're going to say that is. I thought he was closer than that. But Goff's going to throw. That's going to be caught by Jameson Williams, and then he reestablishes himself, so it's only a gain of 2. Because he caught that up a little bit further, but then he went backwards, reestablished, and that's going to move it back. So, by the way, ELS lets us know that Cal, according to sources, has agreed in principle to a 5-year deal to make Tosh Lupoi, whatever, the school's next head coach. That's one more head coach now not available for Penn State. I don't know if he was ever up for the job, but Penn State's got slim pickings right now. Unless they're hoping for Mike Tomlin. I don't know, yeah. No, they'd take Tomlin over Kelly, that's for sure. 2nd and 8, throw into the end zone.
Wow.
Cut! Tesla, the electric miracle, Elon Musk's favorite player. That's a touchdown, and it is now 26-9, pending the extra point for the Detroit Lions. Oh, my dear sweet Lord.
Hard Knocks is going to be interesting.
What are we watching here? Could this be the last gasp of the Cowboys' playoff hopes? They had a chance. They had won 3 games in a row. I believe it was 3 or 4 games in a row.
Yeah.
Something like that. And now it is coming apart at the seams for the Dallas Cowboys. Snap, hold, kick. It is up, and it is good. And you can tell when the game is starting to get a little out of hand when ASMR King shows up. And we just start to let's wrap here for a second here as we're getting late night. I know some people might be watching the game and getting a little sleepy right now. So just listen to the dulcet tones of King as you drift off to dreamland as Lions are just taking the Cowboys straight to Pound Town here on Thursday Night Football. From what I understand, there is no lubrication on how the Lions are just handling the Cowboys with their pounding. And it is a shame that is what's happened to the Dallas Cowboys. But also, as a Giants fan, I think we can all agree, fuck the Dallas Cowboys. And Jimbo, being an Eagle fan, one of the few things that we actually agree on in this world is fuck the Dallas Cowboys. Now, see, here's the other thing, though, is that one of the things that Giant fans and Cowboys fans agree on is fuck the Eagles. And one thing that Eagles fans and Cowboys fans agree on is fuck the Giants. So, and we all just forget that the Redskins exist, so.
Well, there you go.
And that's going to be a touchback for the Cowboys as they now face a 18-point deficit. Oof. That's a long way to go.
That's a drop off.
Last 3 games had 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and averaging 314 yards a game. So far, he's only got 100 and whatever that was for this evening so far. And what has he got? 154 for this.
Yeah, 150.
No touchdowns, 2 picks. That's going to be a 3-yard gain for Williams. 2nd down and 7 coming up here for the Cowboys. ELS giving us some more news here. LeBron James' streak of 1,297 games with 10 points is officially over as he ends the night short by 2 points, which just means you just could have said 8 points, ELS. And Iowa State coach Matt Campbell has emerged as the focus of Penn State's head coaching search. God, watch him sign an extension with Iowa State. Oh, throw caught!
Wow.
CeeDee Lamb,
Nice
but there's going to
catch.
be a flag. They're going to say offensive pass interference, I bet. The way this night has gone for the Cowboys, they're going to call that offensive pass interference. No, they called defensive pass interference. Declined. First down, Cowboys.
What is that like little taunt thing?
They all do that now. The thing.
What
He
is
does the cooking thing. It looks like he's cooking and serving or something. It looks like. It's look like he's like, gotcha. I got you a little something.
Stupid.
I made you a little donut myself.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Williams breaks through the second level, and he's going to get down to the 20-yard line. Good enough for another Cowboys first down from the Lions' 20-yard line.
Williams didn't hear no bell.
I didn't hear no bell. Was this America? I thought this was America. I thought this was America's team.
But that would be funny about Iowa State's coach if he signs an extension.
Dude, I will die laughing. Prescott throws. Looks like it was a little bit of a fade, but it was a little bit too much of a fade. But we have another flag down, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, the first quarter was fun.
This game is kind of bogged down with the officials. I'm not going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got holding on the Lions. Listen, Hockey League, I know your dad had guns. I know you have guns. You don't have to flex with every fucking call, dude. What are we doing?
Say, yeah.
By the way, sorry for my tardiness and coming back from halftime. I was making coffee, but also was having a bit of a discussion with Peppa Jack. As me and her had a discussion a while ago, and now she's talking with some of her Taylor Swift friends about it. And we have some theories when it comes to our good friend Taylor Swift. And another fade here, and a one-handed catch attempt from CeeDee Lamb, and he couldn't get it. Incomplete, and he's down.
He might be concussed. Yeah, that right arm is limp.
It could be a shoulder.
Oh,
it could
maybe
be
a
a knee. Might be shoulder, might be knee, could be. Let's see. Let's watch the head. Let's watch. No. I don't know. It could be.
Yeah.
It could be. There was a little bit of a bounce back there.
Oh, yeah, he's wobbly.
Yeah. Crafty thinks it might have been a knee. I think that second look from the back end, you see the shock impact of the head. It does that little doof, that you know. It doesn't look like a lot, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
And they're going to take him back to have a look, obviously. So that leaves Pickens out there as the major threat. 2nd and 10 from the 14. Prescott throws. Flournoy's going to get it to the 9. It's going to be 3rd down. And about 5.
Let's see how much more Venmo money Jerry has.
Let's see. Well, again, I don't think. I mean, those were some legitimate calls there. I'm not. I'll call out bad calls when I see them, and I have. I think we've called out bad calls. There's been some bad calls in this game. Clearly, 3rd and 5. Pickens in motion. Trips to the left here for Dak. He's going to take the snap. Steps back. Looks. Throws towards the end zone. Incomplete. He was looking for Flournoy, but that pass was way off the mark. And if you're the Cowboys, I know it was 11:56 remaining, but you got to go for it. Field goals do you no good right now. Now you got to get your inner Dan Campbell going because you are down 18 points.
I don't know. I would go for the field goal because either way, it's a 3-score game. Field goal,
Not
2
really.
touchdowns with 2 extra points.
Not really. If it's an 18-point game, oh yeah, you're right. No, because even with that, you can if you get the touchdown 2-point conversion here, it's make it a 10-point game. Yeah, but then you can make it to where you only need a touchdown on field goal. Then caught. First down for Pickens. He gets it down to the 2. He's still fighting, and then he lost the ball, and the Cowboys recover.
But
where are they going to say he recovered? They're going to say he recovered inbounds at the 1. That's going to be Cowboys ball at the 1 because you can't advance a fumble. The only person that can advance the fumble is the person who fumbled it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah. That's the rules. But we know it is first down for the Cowboys. But that's the danger when you keep on trying to fight, and you keep on trying to fight, and you keep on trying to fight, and there's like at that point, fucking go down, man.
Yeah.
Go down, and he didn't do that, and it almost cost the Cowboys again. So now here come the Cowboys on the 1, 1st and goal. And what do we got here? We got some kind of stoppage. Okay, not sure what that was, but there we go.
I guess since they weren't set, they could huddle.
Hand off to Williams, and he's going to get down to the 1. I guess they marked him at the 2. I thought they were down at the 1, but they marked him at the 2. So he's going to be down to the 1 now. So it's a gain of 1 yard. 2nd and goal now from the 1. .10:49 and counting, remaining in the 3rd quarter. Dallas trying desperately to get back into this game. Hand off to Williams, and that one is a touchdown for the Cowboys. And that puts 15 up on the board. Will they go for 2 or just the extra point? That's the question.
I think this part of the game, I would just go for the extra point because there's, 2-score game, but still a lot of time left.
Yeah, but if you get the 2 points, then you're just a touchdown and extra point away. I mean, you can do it again, but I guess you could do it later on. Doesn't matter because they go for the field goal. It is up, and it is good. It is now an 11-point game once again. The Dallas Cowboys trail 27-16 to the Detroit Lions, and the Lions will get the ball back here with 10:41 remaining. By the way, what I was talking about before, a little while ago, me and Pepper Jack started going through some of the old songs about Taylor Swift. And here's the thing: in her latest album, she has a song called "Ruin the Friendship," and it's about one of her friends that she knew apparently in high school. Like she didn't kiss them when she thought she should have because it would have ruined her friendship. And then the friend ends up dying, and she goes to the funeral and all this kind of stuff. And it's very sad. It's just like, you'd rather live and do the thing and regret that than regret not doing it for the whole thing. And that's kind of the whole thing. Well, as it turns out, as you do a little bit more digging, the individual she was talking about was a young lady who apparently she knew in high school and had everything, and who apparently had passed away. That she did and went in the middle of the Eras tour and went to her funeral, which was I think on a day of a show that she actually left the show or left where she was supposed to be for the show, went to the funeral, went back, and then did the show that night.
Yeah.
So now, as we're going back and we're looking at some of these songs that she sang, where she's a little bit more ambiguous about maybe she doesn't mention specifically a him or a masculine figure or something like that. You start looking back at some of these other songs, and it's like, oh shit, she might be talking about her as the first love, the one that got away, things like that. And so me and Pepperjack are going back and over to looking at all this stuff, and it's like, I think we're pretty and again, this is not a Gaylor thing, because the Gaylors think that she's a full-on lesbian. She's ever. Travis Kelce is still a beard, and there's no way that she's only full women, everything like that. No, but I kind of figured for a while that Taylor Swift might have been a bisexual. I'm fairly convinced now, more than ever, after having this conversation. And that's what. So I was out there. I was getting my coffee, and then Pepperjack stopped and talked to me for a while, because she was talking to some of her other Taylor Swift friends. And she told them the theory that me and her had come up with. And they were like, oh, shit, we had thought something similar, but we had brought, the things that me and Pepperjack had talked about. We brought up some new points there. So I'm just saying, there's a lot of things, There's a lot of things going on here. And again, we are a very heavy and proud Taylor Swift show, as we see. There she is. How you doing, Taylor? Great to see you again. Look at those hips, man. Oh, love Taylor. Anyway, Lions going to get the return up to the 32-yard line. See you later, Taylor. We'll see you when they get up to the 22. We'll put Taylor back up there. Oof. See, that one doesn't look bad, but when you see it from the end zone cam, when you see it from behind, see there, you kind of see it there too.
Yeah.
When you get close to the ground, you kind of see that shock, that little.
I'll be right back, though. I got to run to the bathroom.
You got it right there. By the way, and we'll take this time for question 10 for Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS. He says, which CFL team has been in the league for the longest time? Will it be the Toronto Argonauts or the British Columbia Lions? Oh, Swift is going to get tackled for a huge loss there on first down. Kenneth in the chat says, if the Eagles versus Giants, who do you root for? I'm rooting for the Giants. What are you talking about? I'm a Giants fan. I root for the Giants. Jimbo, he roots for the Eagles, so he roots for the Eagles. That's one of the. We have I don't have it with me because Jimbo actually has it, because he's won it for the last couple times. But we have the King James Championship belt for the rivalry for whoever gets to keep winning the rivalry, and Jimbo has had it for most of the time of its existence. So that's what that goes. Second and
only 2 games you won.
I think I'm on the belt twice. I think maybe 3 times in the last 14 years now, 12 years. How old is that belt? I think we started keeping
2012.
I think we started keeping track in 2013. I think we was
2013. That's right.
So I think it was 2013. So that's 12, 13 seasons. So that's 13 seasons. I think I've got it 3 times. So it's 10-3 in that time. And again, the Giants haven't swept in that time that the belt's been around, because we haven't swept the Eagles since I think 2007.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 8. And he missed the tackle. He had him behind the first down marker, but Gibbs got him to move and threw him right off his game, and was able to get the first down. Unbelievable. Just kind of how it's going for the Cowboys here. Their defense is still their defense. By the way, you see him on the ground. He's just like, nope, just don't even get up. Don't even try. Just deal with your shame. Deal with your shame, and we'll move on. We'll just move on, because you just got. I'll say of the 2 teams presented, I'll say the Toronto. First down, and it's going to be
Columbia.
No gain for the Detroit Lions. Who was that? I'm trying to find a number here. Cunningham?
Yeah, Cunningham.
Malik Cunningham. That's right, because he's all the way down. They brought him up from the practice squad, so they have his number all the way down. You know what, guys? On the rosters here, if you're going to put that up there, you should. Hi, Peppa Jack. Hi. I was just talking about our Taylor Swift theory. Yeah. That's going to be thrown and caught. Jamison Williams gets that for a gain of about 14 yards. First down, Lions. Why are you saying no? That's a good theory. I think it's a good theory. No, I already said this is clearly not no, because the Gaylors are full on 100% that she's gay, only women, and that's not true. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to me right now, there's something you need to know. Taylor Swift loves dick. She's a huge cock fan. Huge. Loves it. Fantastic. It just apparently, not only does she love the University of South Carolina Fighting Cocks, but she also is a huge fan of the Oregon State Beavers. And you want to know something? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Right, Pepper Jack? Not wrong with that. You can love the Beavers, and also you can root hard for some cock.
But who are you going to root for? The Beavers or the Cocks?
I'm a strictly Beaver fan. Love the Beavers. Let's go. You know, I don't split my loyalties. You know what I mean? Second and 9 for the Lions. Gibbs out of the backfield. Oh, he says, "Get off me." Doesn't gain any more yardage on that, but he does get to embarrass a Cowboy. So that apparently is fun. B. Baru in the chat says, "I'm trying to whack off, bro." Okay, well, okay, in that case, I mean, here you go. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. Seeing me peek over might not. Like, hey, how you doing? What are you doing over there? What are you doing behind your screen, man?
What are you working with over there?
What are you doing? Why is it so small? Stop it. You're making God cry. Thrown. Whoa! Incomplete. That was almost fitted right in there. Just kind of how Brian Baru in the chat kind of wants to do there. By the way, the answer was the Toronto Argonauts. The Argonauts have been around in the CFL since 1909. So that means that really the oldest professional football team in North America. Do you know who it is, Jimbo?
I mean, I want to say Green Bay.
Well, no, because Green Bay was founded in 1919.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Kick is blocked by the Cowboys. The kick is blocked, so no good, and the Lions get no points. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, The Cowboys are not dead yet. Not dead yet. So now that we know that the Toronto Argonauts were founded in 1909, and they are the oldest CFL franchise that are in existence, thinking of all the franchises that are around in both the NFL and CFL, now that you have all that information there, do you know who the oldest professional football team is in North American sports, CFL and NFL combined?
No.
You don't? Okay. I'm going to blow your mind here. I'm going to blow your mind. The oldest professional football team in North America is the Arizona Cardinals. Founded in 1898.
So they went from Arizona to St. Louis back to Arizona?
No. They started in Chicago. They were the Chicago Cardinals in 1898. Right. Then in 1960, they moved to St. Louis. They played there until 1988 when they moved to Phoenix, became the Phoenix Cardinals for a couple of years.
How about that? Yeah.
And then became the Arizona Cardinals. And there we are. Ladies and gentlemen, we're learning stuff here. This is an educational program. That's why I tried to say we're fun, we're comedic, we're entertaining, but we're also informative and very educational as we talk about Taylor Swift liking cocks and beavers. We're talking about college football. I don't know what everybody's talking about. I don't know what everybody's talking about. That's what we're talking about here. That's what we're talking about here. Let's see here. I want to see what this is. Brian Friel. I don't know. Brian Friel's having a fun time in our chat there. BB Aru. I imagine that's a reference to Brian Baru. But Brian Field having a real fun time in the chat. I'm certainly hope that you're enjoying yourself, Brian. By the way, if you want to, you can hit that like button, hit that share button, let people know we exist. And also, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. That helps us around as you are kind of you're a weird one. You're a weird one. ELS swears it's hamster. It could be. It could be. Would Hamster have an account that he started though in February? Like, you know, I don't know how many accounts. It's usually easy to tell.
He did say he had multiple ones.
He did say he had multiple ones, and now you're usually good at pointing them out. And this one seems like he's being silly here. It's like, so you can tell. Like, you know, that was my first thought, was that it was Hamster. But I checked on the thing. I was like, oh, it doesn't seem like it, but it could be. ELS, you can, if you want to do the honors for the permaban, you can absolutely go ahead and do that. ELS doesn't have a doubt. ELS, I give you permission. Permaban away. Somebody got into too many edibles today. Yeah, apparently. He is having a fun time. Kenneth in the chat says that Lamb is out with a concussion. I think, yeah, we kind of called that. You called that early on. I thought it might have been a knee or something. You called that pretty early on, a concussion. That's going to be thrown over the middle. Caught! Flournoy with the catch there for the Cowboys, and they are already in Detroit territory. First down and 10 for Dallas. Word agrees. That's definitely okay. Oh, one sec. There's football on. There's people trying to invade the chat. There's so many other things going on right now. First and 10. It's going to be a run for the Cowboys, and that's going to be about a yard. I don't know why I said that, like the yard. Hunter Lupke with the carry for Dallas. Question 11, by the way, which was here on Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS. What year was the first Grey Cup played? 18 something or other.
I'll say 1911.
Thrown incomplete. He was looking for Turpin on that play. It's going to be 3rd and 9 coming up for the Cowboys. 4:05 remaining in the third quarter. I'll say 1890.
Oh, we got a flag.
We got a flag. Oh, boy. What'd they call?
On Dallas. Holding.
Oh, no. That's going to move it back 10 yards. So it goes from 2nd and 9 to 2nd and 19. But it does give him an extra down.
Awfully late flag.
Very late flag. I didn't see anything.
Yeah,
he's got his arm around his waist. Yeah, you kind of can't do that. You kind of can't do that. You can't hook him like that. So 2nd and 19 now, back at the 45-yard line of Detroit. By the way, ELS says the answer was 1909, the year that the Argonauts were established too. So thrown. Whoa! What a catch from Ferguson, ripping that away from the defender. Ferguson yelling at the ref, saying, like, man, I'm getting all kinds of stuff over here. And the ref says, I didn't get paid for that, so shut up.
Yeah, that could have been pass interference, too. Yeah, the arm wrapped around him.
That could have been. Absolutely. He had it around his head. He's got a point. Anzalone doing a little pass interference and also punching Pickens in the back of the head earlier in the game. Kind of weird. Prescott back on 3rd and 9, throws wide open. There's going to be a flag. They're going to call Flournoy.
This is going to be on Dallas.
They're going to say offensive pass interference. Yep. I thought he just might have slipped and fell, but it looks like it's going to be.
That's what I thought, yeah.
It's going to be, they're going to say he pushed. Pass interference on the Dallas. That's a good question, ELS. What's the best?
I gotta go with my favorite, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
It's a good one. It's a good one. I don't know, because that's the thing. I'm very much not like a Christmas movie guy. Like I do like him. Like Home Alone, I think is a great movie. I do. I think it's a nice, sweet, family, heart-touching movie kind of thing. It's tear to eye, a happy ending, all that stuff. I think it's great. National Lampoon's is great just for being funny, but also has those touching moments. Incomplete on 3rd and 19. Pickens one of the flag. He's not going to get it. So it's going to be 4th and 19 from the Lions' 45-yard line. Does Dallas try to kick it with Brandon Aubrey, who can make it from this length?
Nah, it was a good play.
That's a good reference, Crafty. That's a great history reference. Snap, hold, kick is up, and as if there was ever a doubt when it came to Brandon Aubrey, it is up and it is good, and the Cowboys cut the lead down to 27-19 as they just keep inching their way closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. Are they going to be able to hold the Lions off again here on this next drive? We're going to find out. Back to the Christmas movie thing. Yeah, I like National Lampoons. Well, I love Beverly D'Angelo. Let's be honest. That's a big part of that movie for me. I don't know about anybody else, but I have long had a crush on old Beverly D'Angelo. No shame in my game, as it were. I'm trying to think of what other Christmas movie that I'm like, oh man, it's Christmas, I gotta watch it. Like, obviously, I like the I think it was either the 50s or was it the 30s? I think it was the 30s version of A Christmas Carol. Black and white, great movie. Love that kind of, not to be too art housey and shit like that, but
Yeah.
I like it. It's a great classic to watch. Of the Christmas carols, like the Patrick Stewart one can eat shit. That one was terrible.
The Muppets Christmas Carol was pretty
Muppets
good.
Christmas Carol is great. I think that's a great one. And listen, not to stir up the debate, and I don't mean to.
Don't you say it.
But it's not Christmas until Hans Gruber falls off the Nakatomi Tower. It's not like that. It's a Christmas movie, and that's the bottom line.
I still like the one fact that I learned about that movie, the scene that he gets dropped out of the.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing that way back in the day, like in the late 80s, early 90s when it was first on HBO. They did behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and I remember finding out then, that on that drop onto the blue screen, onto the airbag, that they didn't tell him that the watch was going to come, like it didn't have the clasp on it.
Yeah.
And that it was that.
Like,
So
I wonder if it was one of those, like, okay, we're going to drop you on 3. 1, 2,
right. It was kind of one of those things where it was like, here's what we're going to do. We have this, and we're going to let you know, and then what we're going to do is we're going to swap out and do all that kind of stuff. And it was like, not what happened. That's not what happened. But that's why he has that genuine look of, oh, shit, which is it makes the movie. It's so great.
Yeah.
So excited. That's a great one. Quick little kick here from Aubrey, gets it down to the 4-yard line. Lions going to get it to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, down to the 32, and that's where they're going to start off. Again, like I'm racking my brain. Now, again, I also like somebody like Black Christmas, great horror movie, Christmas based, great horror movie. Santa's Sleigh, great B grade horror movie there. Things like that, So I kind of like, that's more in the, the darker side stuff, horror movie stuff. But like it's like Christmas movie, like the Christmas, like I'm not big on that as much as I am like on Halloween and shit.
Yeah.
Live action Grinch can eat shit. I'll say that right now.
Yeah.
I hate. No. It's the 1960s cartoon or nothing. I'm sorry. And I know they did the cartoon the computer animated version a couple of years ago too with Cumberbatch Thunderslap, and no, I don't like that one either.
I will say Thanksgiving, Taylor Momsen was part of the Macy Day parade, and she looked good.
ELS Stop deleting Lloyd's comments. What are you doing? Why did you delete Lloyd? Oh, that's why you got to be careful. Lloyd, okay, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. You didn't do anything. ELS, he did a slip. You're okay. ELS had a finger slip, which I know he does a lot of this on his phone, so it does happen. It does happen.
Yeah.
So it's nothing personal.
Lloyd just
I thought ELS got pissed that he said Die Hard was a Christmas movie. I was like, why are we deleting Lloyd? He's right. What are we doing? What are we doing? Don't you do that?
No, it's not a Christmas movie.
It
but
is a Christmas movie. Stop it.
It is not.
It is a Christmas movie.
It came out in June.
It doesn't matter. The movie is based at Christmas time. It's a Christmas movie. Flag, and it's going to be thrown into the dirt by Jared Goff here on 1st and 10.
No, Lloyd, we can't see you. Now there's a theory he's going to be at WrestleMania.
Illegal formation. I think he's done. He did his year.
I think so too. Yeah, I
he
think
did his year. He's done. I know people are trying to talk about that, but he's done.
Yeah.
He went out on his back in his last pay-per-view, as you're supposed to. He's got one more date, one more wrestling match coming up
next weekend.
Yeah, on main event or whatever it is. So that's it. You know what I mean?
And supposedly he's opening it up. Come
Caught.
on. Oh.
By Jameson Williams on 1st and 15. It's going to be a gain of 14 yards. Second, and you're like, oh, like he just missed it, like it was third down. No, man, it was only 1st and 15, and he got 14 yards.
I know, but
Crafty says no love for The Bishop's Wife. Nah, I was not a big, again, there's some, I love older movies. I do like them, but I was, again, like, It's a Wonderful Life. Like, it's fine. It's good if it's on, like you watch it or whatever, but it's like, it's not for me like a must-watch holiday movie. And that's going to be a gain of 2 yards, first down for the Lions. Coming up on the end of the third quarter. And not only that, like, to me, with Christmas, to me, it's more of like the television specials than it is the movies. Like Charlie Brown Christmas.
yeah.
The one I miss most is probably Garfield Christmas.
Yeah.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty, things like that. Like, I like that stuff. Lloyd says, is Black Christmas good? Yeah, Black Christmas is a good one. I like Black Christmas. That's a good horror movie. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. End of the third quarter. Detroit Lions holding a 27-19 lead over the Dallas Cowboys. But you know what that means? We're in the fourth quarter, and just like the players and coaches on the sidelines, you see them all the time. Put them up. Put up the fours. Whether you're in a chat, whether you're at home, you want to take a picture of it, you want to go outside and yell at a stranger and just say, hey, it's the fourth quarter, and we're here for all four. Put the fours up, as that's what we're doing here. All four quarters here on Stay Tuned Sports with your boy, Jimbo, and me. Okay, well, Jimbo's your good friend. I'm your boy. I guess we're just flipping around. I don't know. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've been doing this. That was funny before. Kenneth in the chat before, he said, when it's the Eagles versus Giants, who do you guys root for? It's like,
yeah, I heard that. I'm like, huh? Didn't any of this give it away?
like, I'm pretty sure we have we're letting you know. We're letting you know what's going on here. Crafty, of course, with his fours in emoji form. I do love the fact that Crafty does the emoji fours. That helps us. That's good. However you want to do I always said, however you want to do the fours. Lloyd with his superscript fours. Kenneth with the four up in the chat. Great to see you. Jordan into the fours. ELS with his 12th question of this Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS. What year was the CFL turned into a football league? And I had mentioned this before. I thought it was sometime in the 50s or 60s when they switched from rugby to football, because that's what they were. They had the helmets. They had the shoulder pads. It wasn't rugby. They wanted us to keep on calling rugby because they didn't want to be like the dirty Americans. But we're playing American game, Montreal Alouettes.
I'll say my answer is going to be 1967.
I will. That's actually a very good guess. No, don't say it for that reason because now I'm going to punch you. But that's a good guess because that's when Canada kind of became Canada, if you will.
Okay.
And kind of got a little bit more sovereignty from the British Crown, even though they still got the Queen and now the King on their money, and they're still a Crown dependent, apparently. I think it might have been a little bit earlier than that. It feels like it might have been. I'll say 60. Just to fuck with you, I'm going to price this right your ass. I'm going to say 66. I'm going to say 66 is when they changed from being the Canadian Rugby Confederation or whatever it was to the Canadian Football League. Bum, 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 bum. Love the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, man. I love them. They got great color scheme. They got a great color scheme. Lloyd says Canada didn't become fully independent until 1982. That's true, but they are still, they still have ties to the British Crown though, which is absolutely hilarious. Oh, we got flags to start off here in the fourth quarter, so we're not even going to start off. Man, we're gonna hit 20. It's been a while since we hit 20. It has been a while since we hit 20, but I forgot that Hockley's got this game, so he loves showing the guns off. So you're going to get a lot of flags in this game. By the way, the answer was 1958. I wanted to say 50-something, and I went, I'll go a little bit, and I fucked it up. I feel dumb. However, closer than Jimbo, so I count that as a win.
It's about time you win something against me.
Something, yeah, because you just
last Saturday the Flyers won.
At this point, you're going to have that fucking King James belt in perpetuity. So 1st and 15 to start off the fourth quarter. 15 minutes remaining, right at the 50-yard line. The Lions take the snap. Does Goff play action? Steps back, looks, throws. He's going to give it to Montgomery, and we've got another motherfucking flag.
I don't know if the stream heard it, but I didn't hear you curse, so I'm not going to say you cursed.
I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. And it's going to be encroachment on the Cowboys. And the penalty is declined. A lot like any credit cards I might ever have. I don't have credit cards. That's why I don't have debt, but because I've never had a credit card. I'm one of those guys. I'm not going to have a credit card, man. I don't want to be in debt. I don't want the man to know what I'm doing, man. No. To be fair, it's probably saved me from debt, but also I'm just, I can't buy any. Well, what can I buy anyway? I have 17 cents in my account. What am I going to do? 2nd and 2. After the play, Montgomery easily picks that up, gets down to the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Lions. They are driving against this Cowboys defense early in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll get to 24 flags. That's going to be my guess.
I think we'll reach that easily. I think that could easily be reached. ELS wants to know, will we get to 30 flags by the end of the game? I don't think we'll hit 30. I think over 24, 24 or more seems doable. I would say for the over-under, I'd probably say, I'd put it at 25. If betting, I'd say 25 and a half. I'd give you the hook. Big pass, throws, that's going to be caught, but I don't think he's in bounds, and he's not, they say, out of bounds. Good effort from the electric vehicle. But
I don't know, it might hit the 30.
There's another flag. Holding. And now like this is what I was going off on before during the Cowboys Raiders game a couple weeks ago. Not just because the Raiders were bad and they were bad. It was bad football.
Yeah.
But just the product is bad. And the officiating, and to be more specific, the over officiating is so fucking frustrating. I'm tired of it. Just when you think, all right, we're turning a corner, maybe they're getting better, maybe they're learning. Hey, maybe throwing fucking 35 flags a game is not the best idea to keep viewership numbers up. And now you have a game like this which could be fun, which could be exciting. But every play, every kickoff, every big thing that happens, there's a goddamn flag. And we have to slow down. We have to stop. We have to have a conversation. There's a referee huddle. Then we got to come out and make the announcement. Then we got to see, do they decline it? Are they going to be no good? Is it offsetting penalties? Is it 2 penalties on the same play? What happened? Was it in? Was it out? Was it a catch? Was it not? That's why I do total flags thrown and not just penalties called. Because the penalties called is actually going to be a lot less than the 19 that you see here. But for every time they throw a flag, it's a stop. It's it's a jolting. Oh, we got to stop. Oh, okay. Oh, game's flowing. Oh, we got a good game going. Oh, nope, got to stop. Oh, got to stop. Every time there's a flag, you got to fucking stop. And it's a bad product to watch.
Yeah.
And it needs to fucking stop. The NFL needs to do, and people trying to say, "Oh, full-time refs, full-time." I don't think that's going to help. You need to find a way to de-legislate the game. The game has got too many laws in it. If we're going to be honest, you got to find a way to, for lack of a better term, dumb the rules down, so that there's not the possibility of a flag on every fuck. Yes. Moving early offsides, yes. Holding, yes, we understand that. Pass interference, yes. But find a way to legislate that a little bit better. Stop with the ticky-tack calls on some of them. Because some of it's just bad. Anyway, 4th and 9 coming up here for the Lions. They're going to go ahead and try to kick another field goal here. Snap, hold, kick is up. And that one is going to be good. And we're back to an 11-point lead. What was 8 is now 11, 30-19. The Lions lead.
The only other thing I would change as far as refs go too is when you throw the flag, you call the play dead. Why does everybody have to wait to get to each other to talk? Don't they have microphones? Can't they? Be
That's
like,
what
hey,
I mean.
holding...
Is like you've built in this system where they have the headsets now, where they can talk to each other and do shit like that. Like, stop trying to have to come in for these conversations. There's no reason for that. You're on the sets, talk to each other. What did you see? What did you see? Okay, ready, go, and break. You know, like I said, there needs to be a sky ref.
Yeah.
It absolutely needs to be necessary. As much as the referees union may not want it, or referees don't want it, I don't give a shit. You've had your opportunity and you've done nothing but fuck it up constantly, over and 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 over again. All you've done is shown constantly that you can't be trusted to officiate a game efficiently, to say the least. So I want an absolute sky ref to be up there and be like, nope, that's not a flag. Pick it up. Pick it up. We're seeing it right now on a replay. That is not a flag. Pick it up. Or, nope, that definitely was a penalty. Absolutely drop the flag right there. That is either intentional grounding, or that is pass interference, or that is, if somebody's looking at it, if like somebody there to every play, and to be that ref that sees it, so that when something happens, you have that ability right there. Well, that's going to diminish the other. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. You're going to hurt their. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Are they? They're still getting a paycheck for being a ref on the field. Listen, if it was up to me, get all the refs off the fucking field, and we'll go full sky cam.
Yeah.
Just put a referee. Have all the cameras in the stadium as they are, and put a referee on every camera, up in the booth, and have them just watch it, in bounds, out of bounds, that a flag, not a flag, whatever, and then call it down to the one ref on the field. He'll make the call and say, there was a flag there. Absolutely. So if anything, shut up and be glad that you'd still have a job. If I was the commissioner, I'd be throwing all your asses out, and we'd have one ref on the field, and everybody else would be a sky cam. That's it. That's only going to get to the 29 on the return for the Cowboys from Turpin, so that's where they'll start 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line, as I have gone on another bit of a rant. I try not to do too many rants.
I blame the caffeine.
Not necessarily, because again, I had caffeine. I have caffeine every time I do these things, and I don't flip out every time. The last time I really had the real kind of rant like this was the Cowboys-Raiders game, which was because it was just bad football. Dak on 1st and 10 looks. He's going to just pull it down and run it himself as slow as possible, but he does get the first down, 12-yard gain for Dak, as he kind of looks like he's he pull a nut. Son, he had to readjust the boys there for a second.
Yeah.
That was weird. That was weird. By the way, question 13 here for Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS. He says, the Saskatchewan Roughriders' iconic green and white color scheme was officially adopted in this year. Oh, it was adopted? What happened to its real parents? That's a shame. Hand off here to Javonte Williams, and he's going to get 12 yards. They're going to mark it actually at 11 because the referees don't know how to spot the ball correctly. But still, 11-yard gain, first down for the Cowboys. ELS says, I remember that game. Extra trivia was needed. Yeah, that was a bad game. That was just a bad game. Anytime you watch the Raiders, you're in for a bad time. That Cowboys-Raiders game was so bad. It was so bad. Maybe the worst game I've watched on this channel since we started this channel. It was such a bad game, dude. It was so bad. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys from the 47 of the Lions. Dak's going to throw over the middle. Flournoy gets that, and he's going to get it down to about the 42.
And it's weird that the Raiders thought by trading for Geno Smith got their at least short-term quarterback or bridge quarterback.
Well,
he's not even that.
Dude, apparently whatever was going on with Chip Kelly was like there was some weird shit going on. Like he apparently was trying to run his own offense despite Pete Carroll's offense. Like he was using terms from Oregon, apparently. Oh, a wide open Flournoy. What a breakdown on the Detroit defensive backfield. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Dallas Cowboys. Ryan Flournoy with nobody within 5 feet of him. 5 feet, 500 yards is what I really meant to say. I don't know why my broadcast just decided to end there, but we'll fix that. There we go. We're back. Wow. Unbelievable. And just like that, the Cowboys are a 2-point conversion away from being down 3 points. And now I feel this is where you go for 2. Because now you could be down just a field goal. And indeed, that 2-point conversion try. 9:52 remaining here for the Cowboys. Dak takes the snap. He's got time. Boy, he's got time. He's got time. Throws over the middle. Caught by Ferguson, the tight end. The 2-point attempt is good, and we have a 3-point game. 30-27. The Detroit Lions lead. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we've got an exciting fourth quarter here. How many more flags will the referees try to throw and get all the attention on them? Because they're a bunch of divas. We're going to find out coming up here soon. Hopefully they don't. But we got a good one brewing at Ford Field between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, on this Thursday night. Joining me, your boy King, him, your good friend Jimbo. We are Stay Tuned Sports watching us here on this Thursday night. Again, this is a special treat for you because Jimbo's not here all the time. Jimbo is like the special guest star on the sitcoms that they used to have back in the day. It was like they were the star, like we had the co-stars, and then the one left, and then like every now and then it's like special guest star. It's like, oh my God, it's a big deal. That's Jimbo. That's you. You're the draw. People are used to seeing my ugly face, and it's like, oh, who's this? Who the fuck is this guy? Nobody gives a shit. But they see Jimbo, and it's like, oh, now it's special.
I'm the Taylor Swift of the Stay Tuned Sports.
Yes, you are. You're the guy. Like
I'm hot.
That's like New Girl. You know what I mean? If anybody remembers New Girl, You know, you got Zooey Deschanel, and you got the cast of characters there. They're all the regulars, and yeah, Zooey's hot, and everybody's like that. Oh, it's all cool. But then you have a special couple episodes there where who shows up? Taylor Swift shows up. Oh my God, what a special star! You show that's Jimbo. That's what we got right here. So thank you for joining us on this very auspicious occasion where Jimbo is joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. If you'd like to go ahead and help us out in any way, shape, or form, you can do that free. You can do that by hitting the like button. I think that helps with the algorithm. I have no idea anymore when it comes to YouTube, but I don't think it could hurt. So if you want to, hit the like button, hit that share button, letting people know that we exist. That certainly, I think, can help. And, of course, if you're here for the first time watching us, and if you'd like to, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell as we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers to hopefully be monetized here on this lovely platform known as YouTube. If, this is an if, you want to help us out a little bit more directly, we have a link for our donation station and our merch store up in the top of the chat, which I think is up here if you're watching on a computer. It's up over on this side. If you're on the phone, I think it's down here. If you're on TV, cool. That's fine. Because I don't think you can chat on TV. You can just see the chat on television if you want to, but you can't do anything like that. But that will help us out. Again, tremendously. Donate anything you'd like. We appreciate everything as well. If you donate more than $110, get your name down in the ticker. And, of course, with our merch store, we have a bunch of our products there. Oh, and the Lions are breaking out a big return down to the 41-yard line. And that's where the Lions are going to start. So all of a sudden, we're going to have a back and forth haymaker for haymaker as we're seeing the remaining schedule for the two teams here in the NFC East, Cowboys and Eagles. Can the Cowboys catch the Eagles? Eagles play the Chargers on Monday night. Then they play the Raiders. That should be a win. They play the Redskins. And I missed the last two games there. I know you're playing the Redskins twice, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the Commanders, the second to last game. That one was a possible win. Chargers, I have a win for the Chargers. So we had 2 or 3 tough games in the last 5 weeks.
1st and 10.
The Cowboys only have the Chargers.
That's going to be a 1-yard gain. Let's see. Yeah, the Eagles play the Chargers. Then they have the Raiders. That should be an easy game. Then the Redskins. Then the Bills. Then the Redskins.
The Bills.
That's how you end the season. You got the Redskins 2 of the last 3 weeks and the last game of the year. But you got to play the Chargers and the Bills. Those could be low. And if the Redskins play the way they did on Monday night against Denver, you guys are in trouble. They're going to give you a run for your money. And on 2nd and 8, that's going to be Gibbs for about a yard. So 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 6 if they're generous here. And they're being generous.
By that point, Jaden Daniels should be back too. He seemed like he's only a week or 2 away.
I'll tell you what, the way Mariota's been playing, is not this year Mariota has not been bad in the backup role. When he's had Terry McLaurin to throw to as well. It's having him on there. Whether or not he gives them the ball, he takes defenses, pulls them towards him, so it opens up other people. He plays well too. Over the middle, caught by Jamison Williams, gets it all the way down to the Cowboys' 25-yard line, but there's a flag. And what's this going to be? As they're discussing it again, as we got to talk about it. We got to wait for some, and now they're going to pick it up. What the fuck are we doing, guys? Personal foul, roughing the passer. That's. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Yeah, I guess maybe the hand to the face, maybe, but I don't know about that.
I mean, he turned his head like that.
I get these are the things I mean, man. Like when you're up there trying to block a pass, and then your hand happens to come down. Like what are we doing? Like what are we doing? But now it's going to be 1st and 10 with the gain and then the penalty on top of it. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Dallas 13-yard line. It is a 3-point game. The Lions are winning 30-27. It's going to be a pitch back here to Gibbs, and he's going to get 3 yards down to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 7 from the 10. Lions looking to get a touchdown here and possibly put this game on ice with 7:39 remaining, and the clock is running here on Thursday Night Football. If you're watching along with us, thank you so very much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. As we were discussing a lot of things tonight. We were discussing Christmas movies. We were discussing the CFL was part of the trivia tonight from ELS. We were talking about Taylor Swift being bisexual. We had a lot of that. Oh, Gibbs, big run, and he gets in. That is a touchdown for the Lions, and that might just seal the game.
I'd go for 2.
Make it an 11-point game again?
Yep. Right now it's only, what, a 9-point?
Now it's 9.
Game?
If you guess the extra point, it's 10. So the Cowboys defense, being the Cowboys defense, they've given up 36 points. Where is his knee? Yeah.
They trying to say he's down?
He might. They're trying to look and see if he's down before, and they might still be taking a look at this.
Oh, I guess that's good.
Yep, they say it is good to go. Snap. Ooh, weird snap. Hold is there.
Yeah.
Kick is up, but it is good, and it is a 10-point lead for Detroit, 37-27, with 7:17 left to go in the game. Can Dallas pull off a miracle? Or will Detroit get back onto the winning side of things and stay in the NFC North race? We're going to find out here in the last couple of minutes. Crafty in the chat says Dal Ass is back. Oh, we've got the Dad Joke Crafty back. Oh, we've missed him. I've missed Dad Joke Crafty. It's been a bit of a dry run for Crafty. The Giants game and this one, it's been a little bit of a dry run with the dad joke. So it's good to see.
Well,
good to see the dad joke back.
I mean, the Giants write their own jokes, so
The Giants are the joke. What are we talking about? like, what are we even fucking talking about? By the way, I wonder, Penn State is running out of coaching opportunity, like candidates. Like, are they still not talking to Dable? Is Brian Dable? Because remember when the Giants got rid of him, people were like, "Oh, maybe Penn State's looking at Brian Dable. Maybe Dable, he's got kids that go to Penn State. Maybe that's what they're going to look at. Maybe they're going to look at that." And it's like, ever since then, you've heard nothing.
Yeah.
About Dable and the Giants. So, and Penn State. So I'm wondering. That's kind of interesting. Let me go check this out here. I got to put this in because I forgot to put it in before.
So I was thinking about the whole college coaching, firing, hiring, situation. How do you feel about if college football kind of adopted what the NFL has? You cannot hire or interview until your season is
there
over.
Needs to be a more unified, almost if you will, a league schedule for college football. Like, you need to have it set to where no transfer portal, no anything like that, no coaches leaving, nothing until like a week, 2 weeks after the national championship, after the season is over.
Yeah.
For everybody. Doesn't matter. You have to wait until after January 20th or whatever it's going to be. You have to wait until after that. And then have one transfer portal window, not the two. They have a spring and a later season. Stop that. Have that, set that. And I think Saban was right too. Instead of having spring ball, move that to summertime, like summer training camp. Have training camp when you most people would have a training camp. And kind of get rid of the spring game because that kind of muddies things too and also with having the second thing, like it needs to be cleaned up because the shit that we're having, like with Lane Kiffin, with all this stuff, like there's no reason that a team like Ole Miss, which has legitimate national championship aspirations, now just lost their coach.
Yeah.
Because LSU threw all the money in the world at them. Like that.
Yeah.
That's insane. And it was, you have until this time to choose, or it's like an ultimatum. Like, because now what you did as LSU is you just sabotaged another team from your league. Like that's straight up sabotage.
Yeah.
Like you can't do it. Like that's what I mean. Like that's the part of it that is infuriating when you see shit like that happen. And it's just like that needs to get fixed. The transfer portal needs to get fixed, but there definitely needs to be a time where there needs to be a no tampering policy. There needs to be an overall, like, again, and I kind of put this into our Discord, and not just there. I did it in the rubber room too. I put in how I would fix college football as far as league, like structuring it as a league, and how you would run the season and playoffs and scheduling and all that kind of stuff. And I think on the other end of it too, you need to have a governing body, as either you want a commissioner and a committee, or just a committee, or something like that. Something where you can go ahead and set that up and have the rules be set. No tampering, no like this, no like that. Set up the bylaws, set up the rules. The NCAA is not going to do it. Do it yourself. They've been talking about it for a while anyway, of setting up their own college football organization, if you will. A lot of these bigger D1 schools. Now's the time to do it. Like, we're already at this point. Rip the Band-Aid off. Fuck the bowls. Fuck everything else. Fuck the NCAA. Get this shit together. As I got boogies here. I got boogies all over me. Get that figured out. Get that fixed. And so we can prevent shit like this happening. Remember for the last couple of years, teams are in the college football playoffs, and players are transferring off the team.
Yeah. Because
it's the transfer portal window. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, you can't have this happen. Like, that's, and the fact that college football saw that happening and then in the meantime did nothing. They changed nothing about it. Seeing all this happen with coaches, with players, and they saw it happen last year and the year before, and back when it was a 14 playoff, it was still happening. And they saw all that and still have changed nothing.
Yeah.
Ela says, by the way, did you know that the Lions played a game at Old Tiger Stadium? They just played a game at Old Tiger Stadium? Was on November 28th, 1960? Or do you mean the last game? You gotta. Oh, Dak's gonna get sacked. He's sacked back at the 23-yard line, and
but too bad your ass got
and that's gonna make it 2nd and 19, all the way back at the Dallas Cowboy 24-yard line. The question 13. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, I'll say 1946. Did they not touch Flournoy down? I thought he caught it and was down. I guess he wasn't touchdown. Either way,
I'll say 1976.
First down. I can tell you that's wrong. As somebody who has studied historic photos of sports uniforms, I can tell you that's wrong. I have no idea if I'm right, but I know you're wrong.
Second, a lot in our friendship.
Yeah. That's the thing. I'm not sure about the facts that I may know or may not know, but I know you're right. I know you're way off. I know you are way off.
See, I was right.
Holy shit! 1948. I almost called that. I said 1946.
I called it. I said 1948.
I swear to Christ. Dallas moving the ball. They have 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line of Detroit.
Oh,
Dak avoids the sack,
wow.
avoids the pressure, and he avoids the sack as he gains 1 yard. Under 5:20 now here in the fourth quarter. Clock is ticking.
It did pop up that if Dallas scores
I saw it. They
before
scored
3:19.
within 3:19. They got predicted to have 1 drive left. Yeah.
one drive, yeah.
Caught. Ferguson, first down at the 30 of the Lions. DLS has thrown a flag on you, as did the ice, apparently. 4:40 remaining in the fourth. Hand off to Williams, and he's going to get 2 yards. That's just going to eat clock. I don't know about that particular play call there, Schottenheimer. 2nd and 8. Dak looks, throws towards the sideline. He's looking
almost.
for Schoonemaker and does not connect, incomplete. Anzalone on the coverage. 3rd and down and 8. And I lost the words. Tracking, I don't know. Might have had a stroke. Not sure. There's a cutie with a chain. How you doing, sweetie? Nice to see you. Go Lions. King, you can't say that. It's in a... I know. Uh-oh, shit. I forgot I had the headphones on. Pepper Jack was staring right at me when I said that.
Did you feel it or did you see her?
There was a slight kind of feeling. I was like, she didn't hear me say that, did she? And I look up and was staring right at me. But Pepper, oh! Whoops. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys.
Some things never change or will never change.
Dude, she's going to stab
And
me in
will
the
never
face
change.
one day. It's going to happen. You're going to see a news report about it. Sweet young innocent girl stabs large man in face. Footage at 11. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And you want to know something? I'm 1,000% going to deserve it. 2nd and 3 from the 11? From the 11. Oh, Dak getting pressure. He just chucks that up, and that's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 3, 3:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. Dallas still has all 3 timeouts. Detroit has all 3 timeouts. ELS says flag on the ice machine for being too noisy. 75-yard penalty. Holy shit. That's a
record.
That's a hefty fucking penalty right there. My God. At that point, it's half the distance to the goal no matter where you are on the field.
Yeah. You got timeout.
And Detroit takes their first timeout. Dallas is obviously not going to take a timeout. They're going to try to hold on to all the timeouts they can because they need to try to hopefully stay, to get another opportunity to get the ball here as time is running out. 3:50, 3rd and 3 for the Cowboys from the Detroit 11-yard line.
Now, if you score a touchdown here, do you go onside or you try to hope your defense holds them?
It depends. You could kick it off. Ooh, Dallas looked like
That
it
was
moved
kind of
early,
false
but
start.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a flag down. That might be illegal contact. And Brian Branch down on the field, probably because he has his mouthpiece in his helmet. And,
Never understood that.
neither have I. As we have another conversation with the refs, because, they miss each other. They miss each other's
Really like your
scent.
traps.
Dude, that Old Spice, it's so intoxicating. I can't get away from you.
Where's it at Aldi's?
These refs
Holy
shop at
fuck,
Aldi's.
guys, come on.
Let's go here. Boobs. Boobs, 5 yards. Oh, they call on the Cowboys. They say pass interference on the Cowboys. Penalty declined. And it's going to be 4th and 3. Now, if you're the Cowboys, kick the field goal.
Yeah.
You need the field goal anyway. Kick the field goal.
Well, yeah.
Let's
He
see.
slingshotted him.
I mean, that's...
Ferguson grabbed his shoulder
I
pad
didn't
there,
see a grab.
right there.
I don't see...
The other
again,
angle was better.
No, because again, you didn't see the hand. He might have had the hand over there, but I didn't see a grab of the jersey. I didn't see a push or a pull. And I think that's the thing. I think Anzalone was moving that way, and he stopped. Yeah, that's. I think that's a bad call.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Aubrey's on the field to give. And again, I'm Cowboys fan clearly, but I calls it like I sees it. That's all I'm saying. And maybe it's just I hate the officials. I think maybe that might be it too. Is I hate the refs more than anything right now at this point. Crafty in the chat says, looks like Branch was broken on that play. That's a broken branch.
Oh, Jesus. I've missed this.
That's good. It's fun. I said this was going to be a good one. I think it was going to be a fun time, and I think we've delivered. I think we've delivered on the fun. ELS is using black magic to summon trains to land on the refs. That's a normal occurrence in our chat room. Black magic for trains.
I will laugh if he misses this.
Well, we'll see again because he can hit it from 65 yards, but he'll miss a 29-yarder. Yeah. Well, here we go. We're gonna find out. Can the Cowboys make this a touchdown game, and can they still have a chance to get back into this and perhaps get the tie that you want so badly?
Yes.
Aubrey, snap, hold, kick is up, and nope, not a doubt. That is good. 30-37. In this defensive struggle between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. Hey, Jimbo, you know how many points have been scored in this game?
How many?
Do it. I dare you. Do it. You son of a bitch. I'm going to end it. Hey, Lloyd, welcome back. Your Detroit Lions are up by 7 with a chance to close out this game. The Cowboys have all 3 timeouts, however. There is 3:42 remaining in the fourth quarter. If Dallas can get a stop, if they can get a 3-and-out against the Detroit Lions, they have all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Good times. Good time. I'm sorry, I had a coffee burp, and it distracted me for a second. I'll say this. I'll put this question to you because I think you've had experience with all 3.
Okay.
Worst burp. Hot dog burp, salami burp, or kielbasa burp?
Oof.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's a legitimate question.
For me, it'll boil down to just the 2, kielbasa or hot dog. I'm going to go kielbasa, especially if I have my jalapeno and cheddar.
Dude, kielbasa is so rank. It's great. I love kielbasa, but man,
goes
that
down
burp,
good.
that burp coming
Yeah.
up it honestly is like a hot dog burp on steroids. Now, here's the thing too. I'm a salami aficionado, if you will. I love snacking salami. You get those little Hormel ones, the little salami nickels you can get. Like they have the pepperoni or they have the salami. I'll get those. I'll snack on those motherfuckers. They're good. The salami burp, I honestly think out of the 3, I think hot dog burp is the least offensive.
Yeah.
And again, I think it depends on your brand of hot dog. I think depending on how, which one you get. Nathan's, I think, is a little bit more doable. You're doing bar S, and that's good. You're going to get a bar S burp. It happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think salami, outdoes that by a long shot. And in my experience, man, there is nothing that quite hits. And I'm talking about it like taco burps. I've had taco burps. Those things are pretty atrocious. Anything like that, but big return again for the Lions. Wow. And the Cowboys special teams letting them down again. Man, that kibasi burp is something else. Kibasi burp is something else. Lloyd says, I like sauerkraut and kibasi. With kibasi and pierogi is a classic. Again, I'm not a sauerkraut guy. I don't like cabbage or anything like that. I know I'm Irish and German and don't like cabbage or sauerkraut. So Germans are nicknamed krauts, and I don't like sauerkraut. So, but yeah. Applesauce. Oh, yeah. Pierogies? Pierogies and kielbasa. Yeah, kibasi and pierogies, though, absolutely with applesauce is fantastic. Is wonderful. Taco burps, disgusting. Yes, absolutely. Special teams are killing Dallas, says Crafty in the chat. I cannot agree more. As it is 1st and 10 for the Lions from the 49-yard line. That's what I mean. They get it up to the Dallas 49. It's going to be 2nd down. And Dallas not calling timeouts yet.
Oof.
Interesting. Brian Branch being carted off. Looks like that is going to be a significant injury for the Lions defensive back. Dallas still not calling a timeout. 2nd and 9. Detroit going to run this clock all the way down past 3 minutes. They're letting that play clock tick, tick, tick. 10, 9, 8, 7. It's not a countdown video. Don't start stroking it. 4, 3, 2. They snapped the ball. Goff throws over the middle. Caught. That's probably why they didn't do that. Down to the 25, down to the 20, down to the 15, down to the 13-yard line. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the sun god, gets a huge gain for the Lions, and that is probably going to seal her up.
Unless still got to run one play.
Unless the Lions make an absolutely devastating mistake somewhere between now and, either getting in the end zone, kicking a field goal, or into the game, whatever the case may be.
I mean, so far, Dan Campbell hasn't Dan Campbell, so.
We'll see here. Clock is stopped.
Oh, they took a timeout.
At 2:25. Cowboys are challenging. What are we challenging here? Why are they challenging? What are they challenging?
For Detroit. Yep.
Priority stepped out, maybe?
3rd in the league.
Oh, if he's out, they're trying to see, are they saying he's out so it stops the clock? If he's not out, then the clock keeps running. So Dallas wants to. So either way, Dallas he's out. Is the knee or foot out? Like what? If the knee's down then it's in. Yeah.
I think the knee hit inbounds before the foot.
Either way, they were going to have to take a timeout. So I guess why not challenge it to see? And if you get lucky, it was. But it is going to be a challenge is not successful, so it is a timeout for Dallas. They have 2 timeouts.
Got a player back there dancing around all happy.
We see Goff in the huddle. Lloyd says they just called St. Brown the wiener. Oh, I wish I was an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I truly love to be. For if I was an Oscar Mayer wiener. Gibbs is going to run to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone for a touchdown. That's a touchdown for the Lions. And that's going to put 43 up on the board. So the Cowboys are going to be down 14 points with 2:19 remaining and only 2 timeouts. So that's probably going to be the end of the game. Because the Cowboys are not going to have enough time to score 2 touchdowns and stop the Lions and go get that and maybe get an onside kick, but that could happen. I don't know. Jake Bates back on the field, getting ready to stroke it. Stroke me, stroke me. And he's got a good stroke here. Snap, hold, kick, up, good. 44-30. 74 points scored on this Thursday night. You figure with a game with so many points, it'd be more exciting if the refs didn't suck out every pace of momentum or joy out of this game. Fuck the refs. God, you can buy that shirt, by the way, over at the Stay Tuned Sports merch store, bit.ly/Stay Tuned merch, bit.ly/Stay Tuned merch. Comes pre-pixelated, so you don't offend anybody in your church group or at the PTA meetings. Fuck the refs. Hoodie and t-shirts available at the Stay Tuned Sports merch store. Link at the top of the chat or in the description below. There you go. You know what? That's professional. That's professional right there. Nothing says more professional than selling fuck the ref shirts. Crafty in the chat's wondering, could the Lions-Rams actually be a game? Well, boy, we saw what happened with the Lions against the Panthers. So I think anything's possible at this point. Cowboys and Turpin, he's going to get the return up to the 30 and to the 31.
Just a little pop there.
And then is pushed back. Does not get any further. As we see probably one of the Ford matriarchs there. Watching along. There she is. Martha Firestone Ford.
Yeah.
If there ever was a more automotive name. Martha Firestone Ford. I wonder what relationship she might have. Wonder what tires she has on her Ford. 1st and 10. Dak going for a big ball, going for it all.
God.
Had Pickens, but just could not get it on target. Incomplete. 2:04 remaining, 2nd and 10 for the Cowboys. They're going, I think they have to. You got to go home run ball every time here. Why not? You can't think and dunk. You can't do anything like that. You're down 2 touchdowns. You got to score, and then you got to get an onside kick.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, correct. 2nd and 10. Dak takes the snap. He's going to go back getting pressured, but he still throws over the middle. Oh, in and out of the hands. Ball's incomplete. Jonathan Mingo was the intended receiver. Johnny Ringo. I'll be your Huckleberry. Not Ringo. It's Bingo. Bingo was his name, though, but it was Mingo. Look at the Bears, 9-3, top of the NFC. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. And
they started off, I think, 0-3.
They started 0-2. They were 0-2, and have rattled off a bunch of goddamn wins. Might have been 0-3. I thought it was 0-2, but it might have been 0-3. I don't know. But either way, doing well. Cowboys, again, looking at that 9% chance of making the playoffs with a loss. And they are staring that loss right in the face right now. They would be 6-6-1 with 4 games left to play. Which means the best they could get is 10-6-1. That might be enough to get in the playoffs. But in the NFC this year, I don't know.
Yeah.
The NFC
they
is
would
pretty
need a
good
lot
this
of
year.
help.
They would have to get a lot of help, yes. Even if they win, it would still, 3rd and 10, thrown incomplete. Ferguson was the intended receiver. 4th and 10, as we are now with 1:55 remaining, as we are past the 2-minute warning here.
But the thing is, too, about Dallas, they're going to lose this game. Philly's not a guarantee to win the division.
Yes, they are. Who else is going to catch them? Not Dallas. By the way, Crafty says they'll be obviously 6-6-1 with tiebreak losses to the Lions and Panthers. Yeah, but they have the tie too, so the tiebreaker doesn't matter. Oh, that's caught. First down. Flournoy gets it. So the Cowboys are alive. Cowboys not calling a timeout. Now they are. And Schottenheimer's confused now because he didn't call a timeout.
They're calling an incomplete pass.
What are they saying now?
He got to the line to gain.
Are they saying he's down? Or what?
And now it's under review.
This is why okay, let's see. Caught. I didn't see the knee go down.
But was the shin?
You'd got to be low. You need a joint down. Yeah, okay,
he's down right there.
He's down there, but it's the first down. Where he caught it was still a first down. So it's still a first down. He just doesn't get the extra yardage. But that stops the clock. So actually that helps the Cowboys out anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's still a first down.
Yeah.
No, he's down, but where he caught it was still in front of the sticks. So it's still a first down, just not gained any extra yardage.
This is subject to a 10-second runoff. We'll ask Dallas if they want to use a timeout to avoid.
So because they stopped the clock,
up.
now they got to, you stopped the clock, man. That's on you.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a 10-second runoff.
That shouldn't be a 10-second runoff, and it shouldn't have to be where they have a timeout because they were going to run to the line and run a play. You stopped the clock.
Yeah.
That's on the officials.
Yeah. Wow.
But because of that, the Cowboys are going to take a timeout that puts 151 back on the clock for the time that was off.
So they took the 10-second runoff. That don't sound right.
Yeah, that's gay. So no, okay, so they moved the clock back to 151 because that's what it was before the clock kept running, and then they got the 10-second runoff. So, all right, caught by Turpin, and he's gonna get into Detroit territory. They're down at about the 40. Let's see where they're gonna mark them. I didn't see where that was on a yard marker. 30, yeah, about the 40. So Detroit 38-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Dak and Chuck on 132 remaining. Dak calling out protections. He's got trips to his right. He takes the snap. He's getting pressure. Throws. Caught, but we got flags. So the clock stops at 125. What is the flag going to be here? What do we got, Mr. Official? Again, slowing down everything. It was against Detroit. Declined. Slow it all down more. Just slow it all down more and make the game more tedious, you pieces of shit. I hate the refs. It's already 11:34. A lot of these games are done like 11:15 or 11:20. You're making these games go long, and it's making me ornery. I hate that you do. Oh!
Dak is down.
Dak gets sacked. Almost lost the ball. He's able to hold on to it.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
And Dallas is going to have to take their second time out. Mohammed Jihad with the sack. You think when he ran in to sack him, he went, "Ah!"
You can't do that.
Oh, man. Going to hell. Going to hell in a handbasket. We all know that. Dak throws.
accept it.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah, I'm saying it is. I don't think it ever hit the ground.
I want to take a look. We're gonna have to take a look. All right, let's take a look. Let's get real close. Macro screen here. Kind of caught, then punched out, then grabbed by Reed to bobble. Do bubble, do bubble. Oh, I do. Did I get it?
I think the fingers are
No,
underneath it.
right there.
Right there.
They're going to say they
Shit.
might have control, but I think that's on the ground. They're going to say not control. That last little roll of it,
Yep.
I think they're going to say not controlled.
Yeah. Yep. Ah, son of a bitch. Wow. I guess they want to get out of here.
They upheld that. Holy shit. All right. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Lions are going to win as they are kneeling her down. Oh, I never moved the possession arrow back to the Cowboys home. That's my bad. Lloyd is happy. Lions win. Cowboys lose. Cowboys drop to 6-6-1. Lions are going to go to 8-5 and stay alive in the NFC North. And there it is, the final kneel downs, handshakes in the middle of the field. 74 points scored, and the Detroit Lions come out on top, 44-30 over the Dallas Cowboys, and that Dallas Cowboys win streak is over. Something that the Eagles couldn't do, something that the Chiefs couldn't do. The Lions, who a lot of people had given up on, they said the Lions, they're falling. They're not as good as they were. They seem to be discombobulated. Dan Campbell's taking too many risks. They're all out of sorts. They're not the team they were. They came out and they got the job done against a very scrappy, very tough Dallas Cowboys team. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. Thursday Night Football done for another week. We had fun. I thought this one was fun. ELS, of course, giving us the great trivia here, as he always does on the primetime games. Thursday Night Football trivia brought to you by your good friend ELS, giving us a lot of CFL questions. Also, we might have seen a psychotic break from ELS earlier in the chat as well, so that was also a little bit entertaining, a little bit scary, but a little bit entertaining. That was kind of fun. Final results of the poll, by the way. We had who was going to win this game, and at the end, we got 53% picked Detroit to win this game over Dallas. Of course, I used the basketball team names, if anybody remembers that great and wonderful movie from the late 90s, starring Matt Parker and Trey Stone, which I do, of course, because that was a movie of my youth, and I still enjoy that movie very much. And I actually just introduced Pepperjack to it the other day. So,
oh, really?
Yeah. So she's gotten to experience the greatness that was basketball. So I had it as the Dallas Felons and the Detroit Lemons, which were the teams. New Jersey's team was the New Jersey Informants, which was great. I thought that was fun. You also had the the San Antonio Defenders. You had the Miami Dealers, the San Francisco Ferries, which was fun.
Yeah.
The LA Riots. If you haven't watched basketball, it's a great movie. Turn your brain off. Have some fun. It's an absolute fun watch, and you'll enjoy it. And if you don't, I'll give you your money back. But you didn't pay me anything, so I don't have to pay you anything back either. Speaking of which, though, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here on this Thursday Night Football with me, your boy King, and that gentleman right over there, your good friend Jimbo. It's great to see you back, Jimbo, for tonight's game. It was fun. It was fun having you back here, and you know, maybe we'll do this more often. Every now and then, a little more often. A little fun to do.
Hopefully.
And again, hope you're doing well, and hope you keep on doing well, and I hope your Eagles continue to flounder and flop, and are terrible, and are a first round exit in the playoffs. I certainly hope that as well. But
no, we're not making the playoffs.
Don't do it. No, you're trying to do the reverse psychology. Reverse psychology. This thing, whenever Jimbo starts getting, no, we suck, but it's reverse psychology because I'm gonna make sure it's. Stop it. Stop that nonsense. I'm not buying it. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you liked any part of this broadcast, and why would you? I have no idea why you would. But if you did, please hit that like button, hit that share button, share the channel around, let people know that we do exist. And, of course, if you haven't yet already, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell as we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. It helps us out tremendously. Thank you so much. If you want to help us out in a more direct fashion, we have our donation station and our merch store. Links are in the description below, as is our Discord if you want to join that. It's a growing community. It's kind of small right now. It's a little bit quiet, but if you want to come and join the Discord and just have some fun in there, do some discussions, football news, anything like that, just, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Anything like that, come on in. It's fun. We'll have a blast. But again, thank you so much for joining us. So until Sunday, well, actually tomorrow, because I'm going to do the Friday forecast. I'm going to let everybody know who I'm going to pick, because tonight I picked the Cowboys. Whoops. Again, I can't win the first game of a week. This is every week this season. I think I've lost the Thursday night game. Every single one. Even on Thanksgiving, I won 2 games because I had picked the Cowboys to beat the Chiefs, and I picked the Bengals to beat the Ravens. Surprisingly enough, beat them. But I picked the Lions to beat the Packers, and that was the first game, and I lost. I can't win the first game of a week.
Yeah.
But I will see you tomorrow for the Friday forecast. We'll talk about this upcoming week 14 games we'll pick, and then I'll see you on Sunday. I don't believe I'll be doing a 1 o'clock game. There might be a reason for that. I'll let you guys know whether or not I will or not. But I'll most likely see you to start off for the 4:25 game between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. We'll be watching along with that. And then, of course, obviously, on Sunday night, we have the Houston Texans versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And on Monday, live from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, we've got the Philadelphia Eagles versus the San Diego Chargers of Los Angeles. And I certainly hope that that game will be at least a fun watch. And listen, the Chargers are injured. They're hurt. If there's ever a chance for the Eagles to come back and kind of get back and give it the old college try, it's going to be against the Chargers. Can the Eagles turn things around, or is it just too toxic in that locker room right now? Do the players hate each other? Do the coaches hate each other? Does the organization hate everybody else? Do the fans hate everybody?
Loud noises!
Everybody hates everybody, and that's just how it is on an everyday in Philadelphia. But we'll find all that out in the days coming up then. But until all then, and then, my name is King. That is your good friend Jimbo. This has been Stay Tuned Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your Thursday evening. Adios.